Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most electrifying sports podcast in sports entertainment. Yeah, I messed that up a little bit, but guess what? I don't care. Welcome to the Under the Ring podcast, and I am your boy, the Silverback. Whoo! The Silverback outsider. And guess what, folks? Joining me as usual, we have our boy behind the boards, my man, Mr. Wheezy, Mr. O2. Give it up for our boy Mongo.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Matt, kiss my ass.
Completely.
Kiss my entire pasty white Hank Hill having ass. Oh my
The
god.
entire ass. Not just
That's-
part of it.
It's
The
big.
entire.
It's an all-day job. It's an all-day job. I am so pissed off.
You.
I had it.
You.
Me. I won on Saturday. I had that shit.
And I almost won it on fucking Sunday.
Mm.
And I almost won it on goddamn Sunday. You don't think I'm goddamn pissed? Son of a fucking mother.
It's a WWE pay-per-view.
I just told you, Mom, I wasn't gonna curse like that. And this boy got me cursing
Matt
already.
brings it out of us, man. Matt brings it out of us. Ain't nothing we can do about it.
I can't help it that I predicted that pay-per-view almost perfect.
What's going on, Reggie? I think you did. Didn't you do it?
We all got the last match wrong because we.
We all went Scottish grass. Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
And they lost.
Which
going on, Reggie?
shocked
How
the
you
hell
doing?
out of us. What's going on, Reggie? Which shocked the hell out of me. I did not expect that. But we'll get into that in a few, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us from Louisville, Kentucky, he
Yes.
still is the fucking unbelievable. This dude is still the. Oh my gosh, he's still the champ. Give it up for Matt Reigns.
Yeah.
Oh, and he pulled it out today. Oh,
Oh, you dirty.
Yeah.
dirty
There's my
mother-
title.
Come on.
There's my
brother.
title.
Reggie, Reggie, shut up. That ain't cool, man.
oh shit. Reggie.
That ain't cool, brother.
And I crossed the finish line.
That ain't cool.
I trolled Mongo by basically I said this was Mongo at the end when Matt Riddle got disappeared out of existence at the end of that match. That was Mongo, and that was me winning as Roman.
Pretty much.
Basically, basically it was.
So-
That's the sad part
We get to
about it.
survive all the way to Double or Nothing.
Yeah, there haven't been enough of those pay-per-views for us to know who really wins those. Usually Kenny's got Impact stuff done pretty well.
I was off by one match with Impact. One match. One match on both pay-per-views kept me from getting a fucking belt.
You were so close.
One match on both pay-per-views. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know what? You know what? Fuck this. Let's get into some goddamn news if there is any.
All right. Well, so there are two big stories coming out over the past few days. Two big wrestlers for two different promotions.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about first off, we're going to talk about MJF.
Mm-hmm.
MJF's been teasing for ever since he got signed, really. That if the money's right, maybe I'll be going to WWE. 2024. According to
Many sources. Many different sources.
A Fightful, along with other sources, yes. Things between Tony Khan and MJF ain't really working out too well. MJF did an interview with Ariel. What's that guy's name?
Ariel
Helwani, that wasn't set up by AEW, and apparently that angered Tony Khan.
And they've also been going back and forth over MJF's contract. He is not happy with the amount of money he's getting and the fact that he's not a champion. Which,
You know what?
let's
To
be
be fair,
realistic, he should fucking be. He should be a
He should have been
champion.
won a title. Besides that stupid diamond ring, he should have.
He
that
should have
ring
been won a
that
title.
ring- That ring doesn't mean shit. That ring is
That
pointless.
ring is stupid.
Yeah.
He should have been won a title. So he is very upset on that, and that makes a bunch of sense. Cause
There's no reason he shouldn't. There's no reason he shouldn't have beat Cody for the TNT title as many times as Cody has been TNT champion.
Mm-hmm. And there are times he could have been world champion.
He could have been world
he
champion.
should have beat Mox.
He could
Let's
be
keep it
Mox.
real.
But there's
He could-
like at some point in time, like we all say, this person doesn't need a title. Yeah, but there comes a time when they do need a title.
Here's the thing. You know what? I'm throwing that whole phrase out the window.
Yeah,
I'm throwing
that.
I'm throwing that whole phrase out the window. There is no one that person doesn't need it, because if you don't want to, if the whole purpose of being a wrestler is eventually to be the champion. So there is no more. Oh, that person doesn't need a title. They care. I don't want to hear that shit. If someone is a crowd favorite, if they putting in the work, if they got that merch, whether they a crowd favorite or a crowd heel, people hate them. If they're doing their job to the top notch, they deserve to be a goddamn champion. Period. No matter what the character is.
Yeah. And MJF has been one of the best heels, not just heels, one of the best characters in wrestling.
Period. Any promotion.
Not just AW, not just in the entire industry. He's been one of the best.
One of the best who has been. He's so good at what he does. You honestly don't know if he is doing kayfabe. You really don't know if he really is playing a character, because even on Twitter, he never stops being MJF. He never stops.
He will call out your kids. I've seen that man get artwork from a kid that's like, oh, this is my kid's artwork. He loves you. He's a big fan. And he's like, well, your kid needs to go to art school because that shit sucks. And like, Jesus. Also, his mom and dad are in on the whole thing.
Like they hate him.
They hate him. What's going on, Mike?
He talks shit about his mom and dad. He don't be caring.
His mom was on Busted Open this week talking shit about him.
Nice.
I think it was today. She was talking about him.
Nice.
Because she was in the crowd in Long Island with a sign that said MJF got his mother nothing for Mother's Day or something like that.
Awesome. Awesome.
But anyway, MJF's top talent. So whatever money he thinks he should get,
he should be getting.
He should get that money.
Exactly.
Hold on, before you continue, Michael, ladies and gentlemen, joining us also from Cincinnati, Ohio, the good stoner, our brother, Mr. Mike Hall. Mike, we're talking about MJF right now, and
see, I'm repping the OTR.
Damn right.
What you call it? MJF and his contract situation in 2024 with him. And Mongo, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Anyway, so originally the issue with Ariel Helwani kind of brought this all to like the forefront. A few weeks after that, they kind of settled down a little bit, but apparently it's not gotten any better. It's kind of gotten worse again. According to Fightful, MJF sentiments about possibly going to the WWE when his contract up are not in character, and it's a subject he's already weighed. They're talking about trying to get him to do an extension, but he's apparently genuinely thinking about just making the swap. Now, we can look at that.
He mentioned it yesterday in the show.
He does. He mentions it pretty much every day.
No, but he mentioned it in his promo. He said, I could stand down here and mention 2024, but the guys in the back don't want me to mention that.
Right.
Like he's letting it be known about what's going on, and the crowd was sitting there like, oh.
And then what do you call Cody? The American
roller coaster.
And there are people that are saying, "Oh, it's a work," or "It's not real," and there are people that are like, "No, this is legit." Honestly, I think it's real just because I think MJF just knows how much he's worth.
Put the bill on him.
I don't know if like they actually are having issues backstage. That could just be a whole thing. But I know that man, once 2024 comes, he's going to go with whoever gives him the best money. Because he knows he's worth it. He knows he's worth it.
And you know what's
now? I hope he doesn't go to WWE because scripted promos are going to whoop his ass. That's anything I do. I'm just saying that like it's a step down to have him do scripted stuff.
He's gonna go.
He'll do Freddie, fine.
He's gonna go to Freddie Prince's promotion.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. I don't want him to go to WWE right now because The Miz is still there. That's why I don't want him to go. Because as we all know, he should be getting ready to retire, and Miz is getting a steady gig as far as being on television outside of wrestling now. So that is definitely Miz's gateway to step aside. But however, Miz is still at the top of his game when he needs to be at the top of his goddamn game. That's the thing about it.
He's still a promo. Even if he can't fight anymore, he's still a good promo.
Exactly. So with the Miz still active in WWE, that's going to put a big damper on MJF because when he comes in, let's be realistic. A lot of people think that MJF is a newer version knockoff. I don't want to say knockoff because the kid is putting in work. Right. I don't want to.
He's right. I don't want. Right. Miz adjacent. We'll say that. Miz adjacent.
The new version of the Miz.
Yeah,
the new version.
The millennial Miz.
Right.
People take that like people get upset when people say that like, oh, how dare they compare to the Miz? First off, the Miz
is one of the top solid workers that WWE has had for over 10 years. Let's be realistic.
Ever.
The kid worked himself up from the fucking ground to where he is now. Let's be realistic here, folks. People that don't know about Mike Mizan need to realize something. I knew about that kid because I'm old. I used to watch The Real World on fucking MTV when MTV played stuff like that and music and shit like that. So I watched him when he was on The Real World, and I remember seeing him walk around with a fake belt that he made himself, talking about one day I'm going to be WWF champion. And guess what the fuck happened? That kid turned that shit into a goddamn reality several times over. You know what I mean?
Miz is really if you think about like watching that WWE Evil the other night after NXT went on.
It was good.
It made me. Miz is really is truly a rags to riches story. He didn't have
easily.
He didn't have shit. Like he got. I remember him getting kicked out the locker room and all that. But them like doing a whole full recap. I'm like, damn, I do remember when he was the Chick Magnet. I fucking hated the Chick Magnet.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like that kid poured himself from nothing to something. So people say like, oh, the Miz, he's been a solid worker. He's the person that you put in the ring with when you want a feud to mean something because he's going to pull some kind of emotion out of the person that he's going up against on the promo battles. Secondly, he's also a person you're going to put in the ring with someone who is a non-professional because he's one of the safest workers. Why the fuck do you think they had him in there with Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
I'll say this. Miz is one of the most reliable wrestlers they've ever had.
Ever.
If it isn't him, if they can't get Miz to do it, who else do they get to do it? Dolph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're best friends. They're like the best of friends. If Dolph can't do it, Miz is doing it. If Miz can't do it, Dolph is doing
it. But the reason people make that comparison is because
the suits
it has something to do with wrestling.
And
it's the suits, and it's because you can't tell
when it's real or not.
Where the character ends and the person begins for either of them.
Right.
Whether you love or hate one or the other, it doesn't matter. That's the comparison, and that's fine. They're different enough. They're different, and I think they'd be a bit like, I'm pretty sure if you went over there, we'd see a program, which I really don't really want to see.
Right, because it'd be like you're trying to be me, I'm trying to be you type of
I
situation.
feel like if
I'm
he
the
came,
real superstar. I think Miz would have to be on the way out.
I would say he has to retire. Miz has to be retiring.
Right, right. He would be the new face of that particular genre that Miz holds over. But
I
MJF
don't
would.
think he's
But
going
here's the
over there.
thing. But here's the thing. If MJF does go over there, what he is going to have to realize is because of that comparison to the Miz, he's going to have to be comfortable with being the number 2 champion.
Yeah, I feel like if he comes over there, if he's gonna retire Miz, let it be for the Intercontinental Championship
Okay, right
and
there you
have
go.
him beat Miz. Like, yeah, you did make this D title, but now I'm gonna make it the title. Like, this is mine now, and I'm
Right.
gonna make it even better than you made it.
And then also that could
They
be
get Cody and
Cody.
MJF.
Mongo. You read my mind. It could be a rub at Cody. He can use the white strap
Mm-hmm.
and be like, look how better it
I'll
looks on me.
do you one better. He wins that Intercontinental title. He brings back the one that we all know and love, the white that one. But instead of the white strap, put it in that just like his scarf. Make the strap just like his scarf.
Oh,
That's gross.
that is absolutely wonderful.
I think
That is absolutely wonderful.
I think if he wants money, he'll stick with AEW. WWE, I don't think.
Why do you think people sign to the Jaguars?
Like
Because they want money.
like the cons are
Paid.
They just own shit.
There is
Paid.
like Vince he's got a ton of money. WWE's got a
Vince
ton of
is
money.
rich, but he ain't con rich.
Con rich and McMahon rich are two very different things. And if MJF plays his cards right, he's about to get a ton of money from Tony Khan.
Here's the thing.
Unless Khan is an idiot and just doesn't he just lets him go.
Vince is rich.
And I don't see that happening.
Vince is rich, but Khan is on wealthiest rich people in the world list rich.
He owns a soccer. He owns one of the. What does he own? Arsenal? Doesn't he own like Arsenal or one of them big time soccer teams?
One of
It's
them,
somebody.
yeah.
It's one of them. Then he owns the Jaguars. We don't care about them because they're a dumpster fire. But still, you're lucky to own one team. You own two, and you paying for all those people, and then you just say,
and you giving out good money. You ain't giving out bullshit contracts.
And then you telling your son,
Right.
you know what? I'm gonna let you do this. You're gonna get all my money before I die anyway. So here, have this and be stupid with it. Have AEW. You can sit up here and make AEW. Do whatever you want. Because once I die, I can't tell you how to spend it anyway. So make your mistakes now while I'm alive.
And I mean, hey, it's working out.
That's stupid rich.
So yeah, I think if he wants money, he stays.
Tony Khan, you need a brother. You need a brother. I'm definitely. I can change my. Kenny Khan don't sound too bad.
But
Manny Khan don't sound bad. Adopt me. I can switch my mustache up like his dad. I can sit up there and start.
Honest question: do y'all really think? First off, secondly, do y'all really think MJF is actually leaving AEW? No. Anybody?
You just got the fresh cut. You are. Right.
No, absolutely not, Mongo.
He ain't
Absolutely
leaving.
not.
They're just gonna throw a team at him. They're gonna be like, "Here, we bought someone. We just bought a team. Here you go."
Hey, do you want the Islanders? You want the Islanders? We'll give you the
Right.
Islanders.
You want to own the New York Islanders? All right, cool.
MJF isn't going anywhere. First of all, he knows. First of all, like you said, Mongo, scripted promos would be something very difficult for him. He knows he has free range to say whatever he wants. He knows that everything that he says on AEW right now is shock value. So that's what's keeping people coming back. He won't have shock value like that in WWE. He knows that.
I'm not saying he can't do it, but it will be a step down.
Yeah.
It will be a step down.
Yeah.
No more cursing. No more cursing. Get that out your mind right now.
No more calling the fans like slut.
Yeah. You can't degrade the fans the way you do at AEW. You can't do
you
that.
can't
bro.
do
You can't be calling everybody virgins and
universe like that.
shit.
The only thing I'm hating is like we know 2024 is happening. Like we know 2024 is going to be here.
I would hope
At
so.
some point. I mean, we know it's coming. The only thing I'm hating right now is it's going to be so evident that either he has signed that new deal or they're trying to make him happy when he wins a title.
If they want to,
it don't got to be the AEW. If a belt is around his waist, we're gonna be like, oh, they're finally doing it.
here's the thing. If they're smart, they'll do it now, so that way they don't have to wait till 2024 and get that same result that you're talking about, where fans are kind of out of it because they're like, we knew it was coming. You know, it's his contract year. If they're smart, they'll do it now, so that way, you know, boom, look, hey,
that way they can extend his ass.
Right.
So they can extend that contract.
They need to do it this year. Let him, if he ain't the one. If Punk ain't beating Hangman, then he needs to beat Hangman. If Punk beats Hangman, now if Punk beats him, that's a whole different story. That's a good segue. What's the next?
Yo, Punk irks my nerves. God.
We'll come back to it. Speaking of other stars that might be leaving other companies, Kota Ibushi.
Listen, hold on. I need. Hold on. Before you do this, I want a disclaimer on the bottom of this fucking shit that we about to say that says we are only repeating what we have heard. We don't know shit.
Hey, Yakuza, if y'all listen,
don't say the name.
No, we love you. We're big. We love you. We don't want no smoke.
Listen. We here at Under the Ring podcast. We are only telling you what we see. Only repeating what has already been reported. So please leave us out of this. Please
don't cancel us.
Please
don't cancel it on us.
Kota Ibushi.
I ain't nobody.
All I know is Kota Ibushi woke up earlier this week and he chose violence.
No, and that motherfucker chose war.
Yeah, he chose war.
No, he chose violence because he does not give two shits what happens. He's like, shout out to the person that's been translating all this stuff.
Google.
Twitter user Golden Kuma.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. First off, everyone thought that the main booker or the only booker for New Japan was
Gato.
Help me out, Gato. Thank you.
Yeah.
And apparently there's some other person there that's calling some shots.
Mm-hmm.
Named Kikuchi.
Yeah.
C-H-I. However you say it. Kikuchi is a dick.
Apparently,
that man. Listen. Once again, I like to live. We are only reporting what is already been reported.
So I'll just here we go.
Wait, motherfucking lighter.
These are direct text translations, text and quotes from Kota Ibushi himself. That's it. I'll expose all about the former cheater's gun and the sexually harassing bosses, from the company's president's lies to his unreasonable power harassment this time. Get prepared for this. Tokyo Sports and TV Asahi 2, I don't care. Kota called out like 3 different people claiming that they were like abusing their power and cheating on their wives with other people to get them into the business.
Telling people to suck dick for some tickets.
One being Taka Michinoku, Which are we gonna keep calling it the Michinoku dropper? Do we gotta call it
I
something
mean, he's not. He's been. That's what he was doing. He was driving the
I mean,
coin home, wasn't
he
he?
got caught for the Taka got caught about this years ago. He's basically bringing it back up as just to be an asshole. Like, y'all got people in here that are cheating on their wives. Y'all got people that are over here doing a whole bunch of other dirt, and I'm gonna shine a light on it.
Then Kota mentioned the word that you don't want to hear in the Asian community. He mentioned the word yakuza. Pretty much, Kota pretty much has to move someplace far now. Okay.
I mean, he's been really forward, and for a lot of wrestling fans, when we see Kota Ibushi, he's really meek. He's quiet. He's quiet. He keeps to himself. So to see him go off like this, and people are like, "Is it a work? Is it real?" This is real because he name dropped the Yakuza. He name dropped Gato.
The tweet's been deleted since.
I bet.
Yeah, because they chopped his finger off.
Here's the thing. I just want to say this, and this is a fact. You can look it up. You can look into however you want to look into this stuff. Wrestling and organizations,
organized crime, have hand in hand for years.
Forever. Not just Japan, Mexico, the U.S., Canada. It does not matter. It is always.
And at the end of the day, something always happens. I.e. Dino Bravo, i.e. Bruiser Brody.
Mm-hmm. And also on top of that, it's all happened here. This is the first time it's happening in Japan. Like, for this is basically what happened this week is basically the Montreal screw job. Where the curtain is just pulled back. Because we're here, we know, like, we've always, Japan keeps their stuff secret. They treat that as an actual sport over there.
It's an art form.
It's an art form over in Japan. Over here, it's sports entertainment. We know it's fake. They're like, we don't know. We know these people, like, we know it's fake, but we're not about to treat it like it's fake.
Like, he didn't even want them to break kayfabe. He got mad at Kota for being spotted working out with a heel wrestler at a gym.
And Kota is kind of like everyone else at this point. And this stuff fake. I'm hanging out with who the hell I want to hang out with.
Right, like we know, like everybody knows what the deal is. Like, stop it.
All of that also, Kota's apparently set to win the G1 this year. And Kikuchi, whatever his name is, however you say it.
Well, told him he wouldn't be ready.
Told him that he wouldn't be ready, even though that he was set to come back. Pulled him, said he couldn't do it, took away his push, essentially. And apparently this stuff's been kind of going back and forth with Kota and New Japan for a while now.
Right.
No one really saw this coming, but then, like, there are people on Twitter that know Kota and know New Japan. Like, half of them are like, "Oh, this side of Kota's coming out." And the other half are like, "Oh shit, he actually just said everything." Oh, okay. So, like, I don't know which side to lean with.
I'm leaning with the side that says Under the Ring podcast is only repeating what has already been reported.
I feel like at this point,
because I don't know about where y'all live, but I'm pretty sure there's members of the organization in New York City. I'm pretty sure there are. Okay, I ain't got no beef at all, famo. I
just feel like
what was reported.
Like, this is basically when you have that employee that's been really loyal and they've been looking to the side on a lot of shit. You fuck they check up one time and they're like, "Where the fuck is my money?" And you're like, "Whoop. You've never acted like this, Kota. Well, you fuck my check up. Where's my money?
Don't be fucking with my money."
So I'm watching Impact. And it's 30 minutes behind, of course, because it's on YouTube. So the gauntlet for the goal started with the guns.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so you're on the it's on the gauntlet match right now. What part are you at right now?
The Guns
Shark
just
Boys
started
in the
match.
ring.
The Guns just started the match for me.
Okay, where
man,
I'm at Macklin. It's Macklin. Macklin's in the ring. I'm not going to say any more than that because then you'll see the other people. Macklin's in the
All
ring.
right, but also
I'm
Kota got apparently this Kikuchi guy got mad at him for appearing for another promotion. The promotion that he appeared for was Taka's promotion,
and
Right.
he didn't wrestle.
and he didn't
Why are
wrestle.
you mad that he? All he did was show up.
But also, why is Kota going to that promotion if he doesn't like Taka?
Money, 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 money.
I guess you're right. But so it's a really
Listen, at the end of the day, people want to eat.
y'all. We've given about as much as I really want to talk about without
Dying.
giving our personal opinions.
Giving our
Kota accused people of sexual misconduct and saying that certain people in the company are trying to screw him over and other wrestlers over. And he's basically trying to get himself fired, it looks like. His contract is up this year. So he might be gone from there this year. He probably is.
Oh, he's out of there.
And if that's the case, we know for a fact where he's going.
You're right. I told
He's
Mongo
going to be a
earlier,
golden lover.
He's going to be a golden lover.
Like I told
Anyway.
Mongo, I don't think he's gonna. For me, I don't think he's gonna get fired. I think he at Forbidden Doors coming up. Tony Khan said he's going to be working closely with Gato. I think they're going to figure out some type of way to have some sort of talent exchange. He's going to show up in AEW, cool himself off so he can get some downtime, get away from Japan. He's going to be in AEW for a little bit, and then once all the heat is off of him, he's going to magically pop back up. He's going to disappear. I think he's going to be in AEW for probably about six months to a year, and then he's going to go back to New Japan.
Let that motherfucker
If they're gonna do,
keep dirty laundry.
and I agree.
Damn,
with
they
that,
kicked the shit out of him.
I agree with that as far as a working relationship, and honestly, that's when they're also going to bring Juice Robinson back over.
Yeah.
Let that motherfucker keep dropping.
I'm still mad.
Dropping some dirty laundry.
I'm still mad.
You know, temporary move.
Shark Boy got fat.
Shark Boy.
Damn,
Shark Boy is not a boy. That's a shark whale.
That's a whale.
He's in his damn.
That's a whale shark right now.
How old is he?
Man, it's like he's 50 something.
50.
Oh God!
You know that Shark Boy is old.
Fat
Shark Boy was old. He was old when he was Shark Boy.
Give me a
That's
shell
whale
now.
shark. That's whale shark right there.
Kenny, you got any news you want to talk about? I got a few more things. If there's anything you want to do,
No, go ahead, brother.
Breathe. All right. Shark Boy is 47 years old, so yeah, he's pretty.
he's
Oh wow.
We'll just round it up to 50.
What I do want to talk about though, now that you mentioned it, since I mentioned his name, Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson made an interesting little statement about his run in Bullet Club. And the statement goes like this. For those of you who don't know, Juice Robinson recently became Bullet Club, and it's kind of set the wrestling world on fire because no one expected Juice to be Bullet Club. We were like, what?
Bullet
Juice.
Club
Juice.
Juice. We don't need no juice.
All right.
Fucking
sucks. The comment that Juice made was
Hold on. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Who
I don't
the
want
fuck walks around?
to get stabbed. I don't want to get stabbed.
I don't want to have my pee-pee choppy. I don't want that.
Right. I ain't
No, thank you.
with a sword. No, thank you.
Crazy. No, thank you.
I'm good.
All right. Juice said the thing that works best in New Japan is when it feels real. There's a connection with Jay and I that goes back to the New Japan dojo. Jay can be the leader of Bullet Club. That's fine. But what he needs to understand is that Michael Jordan didn't win 6 championships alone. He had to have Scottie Pippen. I'm totally fine with being Scottie Pippen, as long as he realized that he needs help. I'll be his
Who the
number
fuck
two.
is this?
Juice,
Juice.
I'll be his number two. I'll be a good soldier. Bullet Club has not been talked about more in the last few years since I joined. That's why I'm here. Just imagine all the damage Jay and I could do in the tag matches or 8-man tags when we have the Good Brothers by our side. Bullet Club just got a lot better.
Hold on, guys. Y'all gonna see this in a little bit, but who is this watered down X Division Roman? Who the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Mine's on
I didn't get
commercial
through it
right
yet.
now.
Yeah, Mom, I'm on commercial right
Yeah,
now.
y'all,
So
that's what I'm saying. Like y'all see him in a little bit.
I'm looking at Angie's list.
I'm looking at Omaha Steaks right now. But Juice.
Juice is smoking.
All right, here's Shark
that
Boy
good shit.
and Sharky. Oh no.
Yeah.
I love that dude though. Like I think I've told y'all the story about how he got a ton of money off that movie Shark Boy and Lava
Oh
Girl
yeah.
because he had Shark Boy trademarked. So he
Oh,
got a ton of-
now I'm on Omaha Steaks.
Okay.
like for him just getting the money off of that, I will love Shark Boy forever. That's one of the funniest things.
He
I've
should
ever
have used it
heard.
to buy a new outfit because his gut is just out there in that one.
He should have kept the jacket on. He should have kept that vest on.
He went to do that stunner. I was like, oh, bruh, you got more than a beer
Who is that?
belly.
Who is this with the bald head and the pink tights? Wait. Okay. Are you talking about the Indian dude? Mike, that's what you talking about?
Yeah. Who the fuck is that?
Oh no, nah, he been there for a little minute.
I
But
mean,
who was the dude with the?
I haven't watched
Scorpio?
Impact for a little minute.
I don't know who
All
we're
right.
talking about.
Anyway, what were we talking about, Kenny, with Juice?
Juice out here talking about
Juice out here.
Scottie Pippen.
Right. Here's the thing, Jeremy. You said that Bay is the one that got the Bullet Club talking again. I had to have Mongo look up the stats because it really looked like since Chris Bay joined Bullet Club, from what I've seen, he wasn't winning any matches.
This is Bhupinder. Yeah, he's been here for like 4 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's still doing more than old boy at AEW.
Don't talk about my boy Rohit.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
No, not Rohit. I'm talking about the
Saddam
dude.
Singh, Saddam,
Yeah, the ass dude.
brother Numsy, whatever his name is.
The guy
Brother
that can turn
Numsy.
lights off.
I ain't
Yeah.
talking about the good. I ain't talking about the good people. I'm talking about the ass people.
Ass.
Good. But
Rohit is
Juice
good.
Robinson really believes. When the fuck did Juice Robinson become a hot commodity?
That's a good question.
When did that happen?
I don't even
Juice.
think he's going to AEW because he was talking shit about AEW. He's like, oh yeah, I don't need no fucking AEW, and I was like, okay, that's good for you.
Juice got a lot of people talking when he won the U.S. Championship.
Cody didn't Cody beat that ass?
That
What?
don't mean shit. That don't mean
Wait,
shit.
He beat Mox, I think, for it.
Yeah,
I
he beat.
don't even think he beat Mox. Mox was injured or something. It was something with COVID because Mox couldn't even come over there.
I can't remember. Somehow he got the U.S. title.
He got it, and it was like, okay.
And it was like, all right, people were trying to like, and people were like, oh, is that the guy from NXT?
He
like,
hasn't been a hot
okay.
commodity since he left NXT. Honestly,
And
he
well,
left
like,
and said he was going to make a name for himself.
I remember when he did this whole thing and like Juice started, and I saw that name pop up from New Japan fans, and I was like, oh, Juice, that's okay. It's good for him. That's cool. I tried, and I don't know. I couldn't really get into it.
I couldn't get. And then when he was,
I didn't even like Finn Juice.
I'm about to say Finn Juice. Oh my gosh, the colors.
I know,
dancing.
but the song's kind of a banger. But like, I get it, but the song kind of rocks a little bit. I kind of like the song.
It was. I couldn't.
Do you like David Finlay, or do you just don't like them both?
David Finlay's okay. David Finlay can put on a good match. David Finlay can definitely put on a good match. But
I like
Juice,
David
I don't.
Finlay more than Juice.
Yeah, I don't understand why Juice would say that.
I think Juice
I
is
don't-
fine.
I don't like Juice.
I mean, at this
I don't
point,
think he's a number 2.
I don't like.
But
Juice's
hold on,
gimmick.
at this
That's
point-
all it is with me.
at this point in the Bullet Club, though, who would be the number 2 besides him, though? Think about it. You can't say Chris Bay. Chris Bay hasn't won enough championships. Carl Anderson is still with,
It would be Carl
Big-
Anderson
big-
that's out of seniority because he
it
was the
should
former.
be. It should be, but LG and Carl Anderson, they hand in hand.
Fuck nah. I'll put Chris Bay number 2. Fuck that. He's just better.
I mean, they
He's just
kicked out.
better.
They really kicked out the number 2. They got rid of Tama. That was the real
Right.
number 2.
I see in the comments,
I
Jeremy has
mean-
mentioned Evil, Kenta, Phantasmo.
I mean, Evil did win the world.
Evil was
Evil
was a world
that guy
champion.
for that hot second when he, like you said,
Right.
he won the world title.
Yeah.
Once he lost that, he dropped right back down. Jay White
To nothing.
Jr.
No one liked Evil. No one liked Evil as champion. No one really believed it.
Right.
It
Kind
was
of came out of
rushed.
nowhere.
It was rushed.
Yeah,
The
no
real
one-
number 2 they kicked out, like Matt said.
They
Should it be
kicked out
the
Tama.
real number 1 got kicked out? The real number 1 got kicked.
The real number ones got kicked out and went to AEW, and one number 1 is in AEW, and the other is in WWE, and then the real number ones are both in WWE.
They have
I wish
Number
our streams
2.
wasn't slow.
Bad Luck Fale's always been there.
Well, I see Eric. I
Taiji
see
Ishimori.
EY just bust in the head with this hockey mask.
El Fantasma.
Just wait, you'll see.
El Fantasma could be number 2.
Yeah,
El
well, yeah.
Fantasma's kind of dope. I can't imagine that like Bullet Club is gonna go from the number 2 being Tama Tonga to the number 2 being Juice
To a
Robinson.
motherfucker named Juice.
Like,
Ain't
all
nobody
right,
fucking know Juice? Ain't nobody fearing no Juice. The only Juice I fear is OJ.
Who don't
that's
have the
the-
fucking Jews.
He got enough
Oh,
juice
oh,
shit. He got
oh.
away with murder.
all I'm,
No, I ain't talking about that juice.
Oh, I'm talking
Right,
about that's the
we
juice he
talking about
got.
hold on, wait.
I don't know nothing about that,
Hold on.
but
Yeah.
yeah, put that across. Put that. Yep. There you go. Thank you, Mongo.
What
Thank
has
you,
been
Mongo.
reported, and what was reported that the glove did not fit. So what do we have?
I'm not even bringing that.
Hey,
You know,
hey,
you know what? No, you know what? You know what?
You know what? Don Imus.
Oh no, bring your ass back here, Mongo. Hell no.
Nope.
Mongo.
Back here.
Hell no.
Mongo,
Mongo.
Mongo.
Don't make me. Mongo.
I'm gonna say your favorite part. That's Mongo's favorite Twitter follow anyway. Hey, OJ here.
Hey,
No
to
shit,
the world.
OJ, it's you. Hey,
Hey,
to the world.
world.
I mean, you're not
It's-
wrong.
It's me, OJ.
Daddy fucking Swinger. Oh my God! Wait till y'all see Johnny Swinger. God.
You know, Johnny Swinger's in this. All right, cool. Oh, here he is. He's swinging. Swinger.
Oh,
slow.
Zicky Dax was kill him. Oh Lord, we almost saw Johnny Swinger die. We almost saw that man. If he had surfboarded
No.
down that rail.
Hey. No,
Yo.
All right, if y'all are watching Impact, I'm sorry. Those of you watching, we're watching Impact while we're doing this.
Oh damn, that dude! Damn, he gone already.
Johnny Swinger just came down to the ring.
Bushwhacker style in a mini
Bushwhacker style.
mini ring.
Those
That
old,
is how-
like mini rings that they used to do for like Mania back in the day.
Yeah.
But it was like on a little fucking cart.
And then
And
Zicky
Zicky
Dice
Dice
almost
was
lost
pushing
control
him.
of it.
Ziggy's pushing him. He already got eliminated. And Ziggy's pushing him back up while Swinger's still doing
The Bushwhacker.
Y'all, that is how you earn a paycheck.
Swinger.
That is how you earn your
Ladies
paycheck.
and gentlemen,
The
ladies and
fucking
gentlemen,
best.
listen. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see what just happened? We all busted out laughing and stopped what we were doing to watch a segment of goddamn Impact Wrestling. Why? Because as we tell y'all, overall, if Impact had the same money as WWE and AEW, they would be ahead of the game. They're the only one that can,
Yeah,
they're the only promotion that gets it on every level. They have serious storylines, they have funny storylines, they have storylines. They have the women involved, they have the men involved, they have the men and the women involved with each other.
They actually have women's tag teams.
Enough of them.
And the men and women storylines don't all come down to, hey, you want to fuck? Like, it's not just
And
that.
they let their women
Right.
fight the men.
Yeah,
Right.
Jordan Grace has been whooping men's ass for 5 years.
Easily.
We
Easily.
had a giant
They
chin
get
as world
beaten in the
champion
crap.
at one point.
Who
I said a
is
giant
now-
chin.
Who is now just trying to make sure she can never go anywhere else again.
All right. So let's go over what happened. Let's go over what happened over the weekend wrestling.
Oh, one more thing before you go there. WWE is trying to build up, down, down, back up again after it went down.
Bruh. That
Um,
shit is so cringy to me now.
I haven't seen any of the new stuff, but apparently they're bringing Breeze back because Breeze isn't wrestling anywhere else.
They have no choice because
They've got nobody yet. Like none of the people that Woods had with him are there
Mhm.
anymore.
It is. I watched a clip the other day and I was just like,
I saw
this is
him.
not fun.
He was there when Kofi and Jimmy, I think it was Jimmy, were playing Tekken.
Yeah.
Man, usually these things are like loud, packed rooms, and it's just those three.
It's just dead.
It's just-
They've
yeah.
fired all the heart and soul of up, down, down.
Yeah,
They've
all the
fired or
Twitchers,
quit.
all the Twitchers and the Screamers.
So
Screamers
yeah,
in the
Dakota
game.
Kai was a big part of it.
Dakota, Adam Cole,
Adam Cole,
Cesaro.
bro.
Mia.
Here's the thing.
all of
Here's the
them.
thing. Cesaro
Oh, he just up
Might-
and left.
might be coming back.
If he does, please
Cesaro's
put a
camp,
belt on him.
according- I think it's Fightful. According to Fightful, is still his camp is still talking back with WWE because they didn't want to lose him; they wanted to keep him.
What you call
So
it?
they're
And you know what?
still talking.
And here's the thing: out of everybody that's been let go, we haven't heard shit from Cesaro
The only thing I've
on
heard,
anything.
the only thing I've heard about Cesaro is someone brought it up in one of the wrestling podcasts I listened to. They were talking to another wrestler. Only thing that has happened with Cesaro is him and his significant other had a baby. That is the only thing I've heard.
Congratulations, that's cool.
Congratulations.
So Cesaro
Like-
out here changing diapers.
But Cesaro,
But think about it.
I think what he's doing is like, see, other people would actually want me, and they would. They would. I'm pretty sure AEW would pay a pretty.
He's
penny
letting
for
them
Cesaro.
get. Make them
But-
miss you.
If he goes to AEW, we all know what's gonna happen.
Oh, he gets a big 2 matches, and then nothing happens.
He'll
Yeah,
be
but-
on YouTube.
But he would. But like other companies are asking for Cesaro. So
And
Claudio,
supposedly
hey.
he's just not. And supposedly I saw the same thing, Uncle, that other companies have been asking for him, and he's just not answering their calls.
he's got people to do it for him. He ain't even bothered with it. It's not.
He's too busy being
maybe-
a daddy.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he just likes being a dad right now. But Cesaro is one of the people because there's apparently a report going around that WWE is going to go back to those names that they let go to come back for up, down, down only. And if that's the case, so they want to bring Breeze back. They do want to bring Cesaro back. But if they can get Cesaro, they're going to want to do Cesaro to do wrestling as well, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Breeze would be just up, down, down.
I need the GM's gentleman's breakfast.
They need to do that though, because if not, that channel will die.
That channel will,
Mhm.
and because I don't like they have up, down, down, left, right, and like they half of the people that was in it, like I think most of left, right is gone because it was like
left, right
Cesaro,
was Cesaro,
Mm-hmm.
Breeze,
gone,
Cole.
Cole, gone.
somebody else, and then Breeze.
Wasn't it Ruby?
Was it Ruby? It was a woman.
I think it was
might have
Ruby.
been Ruby.
And then they like Woods, Cesaro, Breeze, and Cole had like a group.
The party. Yeah.
That was where they got a lot of their views from because it was just
Yep.
them goofing off, doing stuff.
I
And,
sat there and
that
watched
was
them
cool.
play Uno one day.
Yeah, dude, that's fun to play Uno. Like it's Uno, but like they get into it.
WWE got to bring these guys back.
What's his deal with G4 is weird because, you know, I watch the show that Woods is on, Attack the Show, because probably because I want to see if he says anything because he's been on there before to like drop wrestling news specifically.
Right, and he was
dropped-
there
he
when
dropped-
Breeze got fired.
He was there when Breeze got fired. He dropped his timetable before his return when he was injured there, and he was there when Breeze got fired. The week before Cesaro left, Cesaro was on G4 for like with Miz and like Shayna Baszler.
And they have Miz on there, but Miz does enough. Does a lot of stuff anyway.
Miz does
So
a
he's not going to be able
ton of stuff, man.
He's
He
not going to
does-
be able to be on up, down, down all like that.
No, not as much as it used to be. No. It's I feel bad for Woods because it's like it was Woods' dream to do all this stuff, but
That's his
honestly,
baby.
And he built it from scratch, man.
if up, down, down fails, he's at this point he doesn't have to be in WWE anymore. I would not be shocked if it failed. He would just like, oh,
Oh well.
we got a lot. I won King of the Ring. I that was my dream. I'm one of the greatest tag teams of all time. And this gaming stuff he does now is like
His life.
a major thing for him.
He loves doing that, cosplaying, and being a dad. If he ain't doing one of those three things, he don't care.
I'm not saying he will. I'm saying if that happens, it won't surprise me.
Boneless dreads.
If he ends up just deciding to just, you know what? Hey, I had a good time with it, but I'm gonna go do these things and just.
And here's the thing with E's injury, I can definitely see that happening. Because
the fact that E isn't healing as well as they thought he would.
Yeah.
the fact that they think that they're trying to hold off from doing a fusion. So there's a chance that E might not wrestle again.
Yeah, there's a chance E's done forever, which really
I feel like with Big E getting hurt, that made Kofi and Woods both realize their wrestling mortality.
Mhm.
If E can get hurt,
none of those guys are young. Like,
Yeah. Kofi's what, 40?
Kofi's the
or
old man
39?
of the group. He's the
Kofi's
old
almost
man.
40. Isn't
I think he's either 39
Yeah.
or 40.
Yeah, he's almost 40.
Kofi and Woods are the OGs. Big E, I think, he's the baby of the group.
Yeah, Big E's the younger.
he? Yeah,
Oh,
Kofi's
shit.
40. Kofi's 40. Woods is 35. Big E is 36.
Oh,
So like they're all like that right now. They're in their prime.
yeah.
Um,
And Kofi
E's
saves
cut
his money.
short. If E's cut short in his prime, I don't know, man. Those three are a brotherhood, man. Like there really is. It was all or nothing with all three of them. So I don't know.
Okay.
I hope he's because that'd be like the second person that I genuinely was like really getting into. Have been into for a very long time. And then before that, Jason Jordan. Was it really important neck injuries?
I would be really. It's Big E's would really hurt more than the Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan was just getting started, and we were just scratching that potential. He had won a couple of tag titles, but Big E, we've seen him win Money in the Bank. We saw him cash in and become world champion, and we saw how his reign ended unceremoniously with losing it and all that. And the big thing was, we can't wait to see him win it again because we know this was just him getting started. So if he can't wrestle again, we get that moment of him winning the title again stolen from us.
If Big E can't wrestle again, does WWE keep Ridge Holland?
I think they will. I think if they really thought it was malicious, he would have been gone. He would have been gone already.
Not the fact that they thought it was malicious. You have now cost us one of our top cash cows. Because like we all said, like you just said, Matt, Big E getting hurt kind of put the morality back into Kofi and Xavier. As far as, oh shit, we can really get hurt for real again. And that could be it. You know what I mean? So if Big E decides that he can't do this anymore, not the fact that he decided his body, if that's to happen, we hope it doesn't. But if that was to happen, more than likely the rest of New Day might say, you know what, I'm calling it quits myself. It's enough. I don't need this. So now Ridge Holland ineffectively has gotten rid of the entire New Day, one of the top cash cows of WWE. As a company, do you keep someone who makes you lose hundreds of thousands, possible millions, because of a split-second thing that they didn't do correctly?
Right.
Yeah, because we know damn well he ain't gonna make that money back. He's not gonna make that money. And not to mention, Big E is one of the most lovable guys in all of wrestling. Like, everybody loves Big E.
Yes, Woods is doing that well with G4. Like, that's his baby. Like, honestly, if Woods could, he would be video games all day long.
I mean, Woods was campaigning to be a host on that channel when it was dead and gone, and we never even thought it would ever be brought back.
Right.
He said his main dreams were, I want to be King of the Ring, I want to host Nick Arcade, and I want to host a show on G4. He's did 2 out of the 3. Hey, Nickelodeon, bring back Nick Arcade for him.
Which was dope. I remember Nick Arcade. I ain't gonna lie to that. I ain't gonna lie about that. I remember Nick Arcade. That was shit.
Like, he's making money.
Right.
And to be honest, like, you gotta think, those three dudes saved each other's career collectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They saved their careers. Like them, the 3 of them joined together. That was their last stance at WWE. They were all about to be out of there.
They was about to be fired.
They were all about to be out of there.
Impact.
So, I mean, it would not shock me if Big E decides, hey, I'm done, or just the doctors tell him he can't wrestle anymore. It will not shock me at all if Woods and Kofi would retire.
Right. And then, like I said, if I was owner of WWE, like, I would have to get rid of Ridge Holland. Like, you cost me a lot of the money. Mongo puts Woods is one of the main reasons G4 was able to come back up, down, down, since their view was there. So yeah, G4 is all in on Woods. To answer that question, yeah, I would have to fire Ridge, because it's like, dude, look what you just made me lose.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, yo, you just made me lose a lot of black fan base.
That's the key. That right there. That's the key right there. Because think about in the last 3 years, the importance of, well, I'll say the last 5 to 7 years. New Day blowing up, Kofi winning the WWE title, and Big E winning the WWE title. Think about the impact that's made with black fans and the
A
fans
lot.
of color completely. Think about the impact that's made.
Mhm.
So if you lose all 3 of those guys, thanks to a mistake, bruh, you're gonna lose a lot of your black fans, man. And also,
I don't think they would
and-
lose a lot of them because for the most part, 2 out of 3 of them are going to be gone probably in the next 5 years anyway. Even if Big E is healthy, Woods is going to be gone, and Kofi going to be the first one gone because he already old.
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Old.
Watch your mouth.
You got a chest. Kofi lost his chest. You got a chest at least. Kofi already got -8 million chests.
Oh shit! Yo.
And then, not to mention, Vince decided not to be down, and WWE decided not to be down with the whole Twitch thing, streaming thing. Stuff like this is going to cost them because, like I said, Big E's hurt, and Xavier, and the rest of the guys who were part of Up, Down, Down. It wasn't like they were doing this strictly separately. They were on the road doing this stuff. So they were still performing while doing this on the side. So, I mean, he's going to regret that. WWE's going to regret that, not allowing these guys to make side money.
Oh, they're going to. They're going to.
Hold on. We had a comment that said
injuries
are a part of the game, though, right? I mean, Owens cut Austin's career short. At that point, though,
that's why I don't think Ridge is going to get fired. If anything, Ridge is going to get fired just flat out because he hasn't improved and he sucks ass. But they're trying. But if you've noticed, that little faction been doing stuff and all that. But Ridge ain't really is Pete Dunne, Butch, and Shane.
Punishment.
This is what he's doing now. He's just going to sit there and be on the sideline until they feel like he's deemed safe.
But I also feel like Owen was a bigger star at that point and a bigger money maker than what Ridge Holland was.
Yeah.
All right. Owen came from wrestling royalty, so to speak, and he built his own wrestling royalty with regards to that. So I feel like Owen was a much bigger star at that point when that happened than what Ridge Holland is. So that's one of the main reasons why Owen, and unfortunately, oh boy, you know what? Yeah.
Owen was one of their workhorses too. One of the most reliable wrestlers. So
I just feel like Ridge isn't going to get fired. It's going to be more like when Droz got hurt in the ring with D'Lo Brown. It was an unfortunate accident. They told D'Lo, like, hey, this wasn't your fault. Like, freak accidents happen. That's basically how they're going to be with Ridge. At some point, we know Ridge ain't going to be there forever because unless he really starts just whooping ass and being good, we know his time is coming. Like, they're going to eventually just be like, yeah, we know. Like, he's going to be basically known as the guy that if Big E can't wrestle anymore, he's the guy that ended Big E's career. Flat out. If that happens, that's what he's going to be known as forever, regardless of what happened with the rest of his career. He is going to be known as the guy that ended Big E's career.
And that'll suck to be him.
Damn sure will. All right, let's get into some wrestling for the week. All right. WWE. Let's start off with Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, we saw
Monday Night
Cody.
Raw was good.
Yeah, kind of. From what I remember.
Yeah.
From what I remember, Monday Night Raw had a couple of interesting things. Monday Night Raw finally got the proper attention of Rhea Ripley being part of Edge's new group, which is now called, what was their name again?
The
Judgment.
Judgment Day. I
Judgment Day.
leave that the duh off. I don't even know why they put Judgment Day. Just say Judgment
Right.
Day.
Just call
Right,
it Judgment Day.
Yeah, the Judgment Day, which is a dope little group. I ain't gonna lie. I like Edge in this particular manner in this role. So I don't have
Cut his
any.
hair.
My man out here looking like Dwight from Haven. That's what he out here looking like. All right, my man cut the dude. And I bring up that particular match because Vince Russo made a comment where he was upset that Edge and Damian Priest were still allowed to be outside the ring while Rhea had a match with Liv Morgan. Dude, have you not watched wrestling before? Like, were you not a part of this freak show circus that we call wrestling? Like, when the hell has that ever mattered and ever made a fucking difference?
That don't mean nothing because for the most part, men, unless it's like a chicken shit heel like Carmella when she had James Ellsworth, for the most part, a male standing on the outside while two women are wrestling they don't do anything.
Right. The
They
most
just
you might see him do is toss her back into the ring.
The dudes,
If that.
The dudes don't do
or try
anything.
to trip her on the apron. Or try to trip her. That's it.
Yeah, because WWE is really they don't do that. Men can't be interacting with women since the Attitude Era. Like some people,
right?
They used to do all that. That was then. They don't do that anymore now.
But a woman can interact with a man because Zelina used to be hitting motherfuckers with Hurricane Rana left and right.
You ain't about to see Edge out here spearing Liv Morgan
on purpose. Like if a male hits a female in WWE, it's 100% by accident.
Like
it's never an intention.
Like we saw when Edge was getting ready to actually fight a woman. What happened? Beth showed up. Like Beth
looking
showed
like
up
Queen
instantly.
Looking like Queen Latifah. Queen La Phoenix. Queen La Phoenix showed up.
Beth Latifah.
But other than that, we had a damn good couple of matches on Raw too. We had Austin Theory defending his title against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
They suckered us in with that, like probably about 30 minutes after we finished our fantasy draft. They were like, "Hey, y'all, what's the reason y'all want to watch Raw tonight? All right, we're gonna let Cody get his first title shot."
And what happened in that shot?
He won by disqualification. And that's what everybody was like. People were freaking out on social media, like, "Oh my God, they really like Cody." I said, "Why would they let Cody? Cody ain't winning if the person they are strapping the rocket to in Austin Theory is you." I said that defeats the purpose. I said you can't let if y'all really want Cody to be something. Why does he got to start off with the U.S. title? And if y'all really want Austin Theory to do something, why does he have to sit up here and lose to Cody? Why does he have to lose to Cody Rhodes? So they did the right thing. You had Seth interfere. That continues that on. They're probably going to fight a Hell in a Cell. So that's neutral points for Mongo. And then you're going to let Austin Theory just fight amongst Ciampa and Ali.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into Raw, I just got a message backstage from our producer screaming at me, "Backlash and Under Siege." So we're gonna do. We're gonna go over the Under Siege results.
Yeah,
the producer is backstage screaming at us very loud. You sons of bitches! You missed something. Okay, so
yeah, let's go over Mongo's title reign.
First off, I ain't backstage doing it. I'm saying it right now. Get the fucking gear.
Just for that Mongo, I'm just for that Mongo. I have the card right here, so you don't even have to pull up the card. I got you. Okay,
We can go through Mongo's title reign.
right. We're gonna go through.
As it was, Matt.
It was Mongo's title reign. We had Heath and Rhino defeating Raj Singh and Shira by pinfall. Solid match. Solid match. I mean, Heath and Rhino, I love you guys, but it's time. It's time.
Yeah,
It's
it's super time.
100%. It's 100% time. It's time. It's time. Then we had a old switcheroo in the entire fucking card. Two matches got combined into one. It got combined into a
That was some bullshit.
got combined into a triple threat.
That was some bullshit.
Yeah, that's what cost me.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I gotta pull up our stuff to even see what the match originally was because I don't
Right.
remember.
I don't remember it either, but what happened was we wound up getting a triple threat. Oh, it was supposed to be Speed. Well, I think it was supposed to be Speedball versus Alex Shelley.
And then
Alex-
Swan, the Laredo Kid.
Yeah. And then it got switcherooed up into
Yeah, you're right. Alex Speedball and the Swan, Laredo Kid. Yeah.
and then it got turned into a triple threat match when Alex Kelly decided to pull a no-show. For whatever reason, we still don't know. This motherfucker just wasn't there.
But then Shelley was on this episode of Impact.
Yeah,
He probably couldn't get off at his other job.
I don't get it. I don't
Like,
get it.
why would you advertise him?
And then
What
I
I
don't
saw
know.
was it.
That man got stuck in traffic.
What I saw was he was double booked because he was on another show. He was on another show while that show was happening.
That's
Oh,
why.
wow.
That's why he couldn't show up
And I
because
was
he realized his ass got double booked.
You went to that one instead of the
Pay-per-view?
pay-per-view?
We ain't, we ain't say he was smart.
Listen, you know what? I don't
Fucking idiot.
I
I
don't
mean, hey, whatever. I'm glad that there's not any like bad blood. I guess.
but
At
that's
the end of the day, I
ridiculous.
still like Shelley, but that's weird.
That
Fuck him. He
definitely
didn't
is.
come to my city. Fuck him.
What you call it? We wound up getting a triple threat with Rich Swann, the Laredo Kid, and my boy Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Rich Swann wound up winning that match. Always a good match between those three. Those three can definitely
Right.
put on a hell of a good match.
Yeah. Good God, man! Speedball is such a great
I told y'all.
signing for them. Good Lord!
I told
Kid.
yo the name alone. I told you it was the name alone. I said this
Uh-huh.
motherfucker's name is cocaine. Unbelievable.
That's what got me. I
I'm a Man fan.
That
What's
probably
Speedball?
that probably is what he's using because he does some crazy shit.
was like, soon as I saw him, he's the wrestler. It was like, all right, somebody in this match is not that Speedball.
Right. I didn't even know who he was, but I saw it. I said, "Yep, there it is."
I saw the hair slick back. I said, that motherfucker got to
It's
be
like-
Speedball
it's
because he
like
looked like he
kind of-
on drugs.
I said,
Kind of
that
a mullet,
motherfucker ain't
kind
got
of
no-
not a mullet, no
I said that
shoes,
motherfucker ain't got no
shoes
shoes on. That's when I knew for sure. I said, "Oh, yeah, that's Speedball all
Yo,
the way."
you know who Speedball is? Oily naked dude from Family Guy.
Catch me if you can.
That's Speedball.
Yo, listen,
That's
Speedball.
Speedball.
That was my dude. I told y'all that's my dude, but unfortunately, Rich Swann won that boneless chicken wing. And here is the match that actually put Mongo over the top.
My girl Giselle.
The jury's still out on the first part, but
Oh,
No.
Giselle,
No.
Giselle defeated Madison Rain. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect that. And the more I watched that match, yo, Giselle was hitting her with some stiff fucking shots in that match, man.
as soon as that match happened and I saw Mongo had it right, I already knew I lost. I gave up all hope.
Right,
I said,
I
oh,
s-
Mongo won.
Right.
Mongo won.
and she won in convincing fashion too. Like I said, she was giving him some stiff shots. She hit her with a Isaguri in the corner, and I was like, oh, she might have knocked her ass the fuck out real quick. wait a minute, that one looked like it hurt. She okay, I'll give Giselle some credit. She's a hell of a wrestler.
Don't
She's a
mess
hell
with
of a wrestler. I saw the wrestling skills.
don't
She's
mess
a hell
with
of a.
don't mess with the Pearl of the Philippines, baby.
Our next match was.
You're a mean person.
I'm not a mean person because my mom. Yeah, I promised your mom before the show I wouldn't say anything mean about anyone. So as you see, I've been biting my tongue.
Y'all
I've been.
did that. You failed at that, introducing me.
You don't count. But our next match was kind of weird. I didn't expect this to happen though. Chris Saban and Steve Macklin. Good match, but Chris Saban won.
Why?
I think we all got that wrong.
Yeah.
We did.
I was not
They're
expecting that.
they're pushing Saban, sort of. I don't know why. I'm not saying like I don't like Chris Saban. Chris Saban's great, but like they've been really going hard with Steve Macklin.
It's just not a logical reasoning to push someone like Chris Saban.
Yeah, not
Hold on.
over Macklin. I mean, Macklin's been building up slowly.
Is
Why would he
anybody
lose?
else? I'm sorry. Is anybody else still watching Access TV? Because if you are, it's the New Japan show on right now, and the match that they showing is a goddamn murder between two freight trucks. Is goddamn Suzuki versus
Oh, that match still
Ishii.
on?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are beating the hell out of each
I
other.
turned it off like, oh, this gonna be over real quick.
No, they have been beating the hell out of each. Please highlight that comment from Jeremy at the bottom. Please highlight that comment from him.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh well, fine. Fuck it. I'll read it out loud.
No, you will not. No, absolutely, you will not read that out loud.
Mr. Shaw won.
I'm a hold this mouse over your button. You are not to repeat what he just said.
All right. Our
I
next
don't
match-
acknowledge the Hangover sequels because they suck ass. Why is
It ain't
it
me
kicking
this
me
time.
out?
It ain't me this time.
We're just gonna leave it at that.
That's
All
why I
right,
was
the
just like,
next
I don't even
matchup-
know what he's
Next
talking
match,
about.
please.
The next
please.
matchup was the crazy grandma. I agree. Versus Deanna Perrazzo. Great match, but we all knew who was going to win this match. So
Kenny
that
gonna
was
go
absolute-
down.
That's pretty obvious. But like, man, Ty is still doing incredible.
Yeah, she really did. She looked really, really good. I was very impressed, especially since after that last bullshit run she had in NXT, Frankie Monet.
I was about to
So
say these past matches really have like, man, they really fucked up Frankie Monet because like, damn, she looks good. She's got
Right.
personality. She can go. Like, why would you not
push that.
want Taya? So
Yeah,
it's
that
good to
was-
see her coming back and doing what she
Doing what she needs to do. Right, exactly. That was our next match was Ace Austin defeating Trey Miguel. Do we even need to say it was a great match? Do we even really need to say it was a great match?
two of the best cruiserweights on the planet, right there.
Yeah, there
And one
you
of them's
go.
about to walk into the best of the Super Juniors and win that whole damn thing.
Really?
Ace Austin, baby.
You
gonna
think
be
he's gonna
Ace.
win the best of Super Juniors?
No, I don't. But I love him. Ain't no way in hell. But I would love for him to be. I am rooting for him to be the winner. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be
No,
nice.
No, absolutely.
Because
not.
Ace deserves all the good things.
Mm.
Ace is my boy.
The next match was Honor No More defeating Bullet Club. This is when I thought I had a chance. This match right here, I was like, "Oh, I can do this." I can do this because I picked Honor No More. This is when I lost it, and I should have changed it. Tasha still defeating Havoc. I don't know why I didn't remember that this was an Impact Plus pay per view.
Special or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and that their main thing that they're building up to is Slammiversary, and there's no way they were having anyone other than Tasha still bringing that belt in Slammiversary. I don't know why I didn't think about that. That's what cost me.
Tasha's money was the only reason you take her out of that spotlight.
Yeah, right, 100%. Next match was actually a really good match. Yo, Diener and Young make a great combination for by Design.
They do. They do. Dina's come
Diener
a
and
long way. Dina's come a very
Diener
long
and Young make a great combination together, and Young and Joe Doring make a great combination together. Common denominator here, Young.
Eric Young is I've always been upset at how they just messed up Eric Young in WWE. Someone's got TV on. I can hear that.
Probably me.
Like how did you let that guy slip through your fingers like that? I don't get it. They
I don't-
didn't see it.
And the thing about it is, it happened on both brands almost. Like on NXT,
NXT gave him
NXT
tag
gave
titles.
and again, NXT gave them tag titles, but they could have done more. And then the main roster, dude, don't even get me started on the main roster. Like that
I'll
was
never forgive them for having the Miz beat all of Violent by Design in a hardcore triple threat match, or not triple threat, a handicap match. So why
beating the
how
entire sanity, beating the
How?
entire sanity.
Young, Damo, and
Wolf.
Wolf? Like what? How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't.
Whatever. That'll be one of WWE's biggest mistakes.
Fuck
Well,
ups.
not biggest, but like a pretty important mess up. Yeah.
But that tag team of Young and Diener lost to who? Them boys.
If that division needed a shot in the arm and getting the Briscoes,
Did it.
that'll do it.
Listen, every promotion needs to get over that whole 10-year comment that was said where that man has grown up. They kind of have to, because you're missing out. You're missing out on bringing a lot of
It's-
revenue.
It's one of those things where, like, no one person's speaking for somebody else as far as forgiveness and stuff like that. But I've seen so many people that are LGBTQ, like that are wrestlers or whatever, are involved in wrestling companies that have like, they've like changed or it's okay, like they've accepted stuff. It was 10 years ago. They're different people now, is what they're
Right.
They're not the same. They've changed their opinions.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, you got to be able to grow and allow someone to grow and accept forgiveness and just move on, because everyone says really stupid shit when they're younger.
Exactly.
Like until
Yep.
you're like 33, you're going to be saying dumbass shit.
Wrong.
Until you're Kenny's age, you're going to be saying dumbass. You got to forgive everything up to that point. No, like what if someone has changed for the better? Truly changed, truly feels bad for what they've done, apologizes, and it's from the heart. And like at a certain point, sometimes you just gotta let it go. And
Yeah.
that's the thing is between this, and you always go back to it because it's just a great example. Between this and Hogan is Hogan wasn't apologizing for what he said. They apologized for getting caught.
Yeah.
I'm sorry y'all had to hear that. What's his apology?
I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all got me out there, y'all. I'm sorry. My bad. Y'all caught me. My bad. Y'all caught me. My bad. I'm not sorry for what I said. I'm sorry. Y'all caught me. My bad.
Sorry y'all heard me.
My bad. My bad.
Basically, I'm sorry y'all heard me say that. Oops. Not
That's
sorry.
why.
And what was his reward for saying sorry? Oh wait, he never said he was sorry, but he was already super he got to be rich.
He gets in a contract again. Another contract.
He won that lawsuit.
You know what?
People forget Hulk Hogan is a super duper billionaire.
What you call it? The final match of Under Siege was a barn burner. It was a goodie. Josh Alexander and Ishii. Listen. Woo! I thought for a hot second my man Pitbull No Neck was gonna do it. Was gonna take it for a second. For a hot second, Pitbull No Neck had me shook. Like, oh wait, nah, they not gonna do that to Josh again, are they? That would suck.
Right.
But of course, everything turned out the way it was supposed to. Can't say nothing about it.
This is a great
show.
Call. Really great show.
Great
From
call.
beginning to end, it's worth a watch.
The next night is when this motherfucker decided to win his fucking title back. The next night was Backlash. And we kicked Backlash off with a banger. We kicked it off with Cody versus Seth.
Wrestling. More than one royal family.
You know what? I think every rematch we got from Mania for this, which is like 4 of the matches,
it was actual WrestleMania.
They were better. They were better than they were at Mania.
Yeah.
This was shorter by like 5-6 minutes.
And it felt like it too. So it didn't feel like it was it felt like it was 20 minutes shorter. Let's be honest.
I think part of it was because, as far as it being better, because Southern Cody been working house shows and at like dark main events, stuff like that. And had a lot of time to get their stuff out. Like at Mania, there were still some kinks to work out. By the time we got to Backlash, they had all of that worked out.
Yeah,
they were on the same page.
And Cody won by holding the tights.
Seth tried to hold the tights, and Cody did it back to him.
I mean,
I found with
it. It was a good win. It was a good non-clean win. I like it.
I don't like that people get mad at roll-up victories because
if that makes sense, it's cool.
Roll-ups are cool if you do it right, man. Roll-ups are good.
Right.
Not every one, but that was a good one. Gives a bit more heat for a third match, it's good.
Yeah.
The next match that we had was Bobby Lashley and Umos.
I like that match.
It was better than Mania.
It was better than Mania's. It was better than Mania.
Almost was actually improving.
He's getting a little bit better.
He's getting a little bit more. You know what it is? I think he feels a lot more comfortable fighting Bobby because Bobby isn't as small as everyone else.
Yeah, he can. Bobby is probably telling him like, "Come on, you can be rough."
Right. So
I'm not gonna die.
You know what I mean? Well,
MVP.
As long as you're giving him a belly to back.
Or if it's not a rope.
Or if you're not a rope. MVP has really helped Omos out.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was freaking out that he had to cut his own promos. And now that he has MVP as that mouthpiece, he can actually focus on wrestling now.
And honestly, when he just says like a sentence or like short word, and it's like, what's his name was trying to get back into the Hurt Business.
Cedric.
And Omos was like, yeah, you can leave now. And Cedric goes, yeah, one more thing. He goes, I said leave. And then he walks off. I was like, yeah, that'll work. He's like, yeah. There, right there. That's fine.
I'm gonna need him to stop screaming in the ring, though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need him to stop screaming like Zeus in No Holds Barred.
he
Okay.
does, and he also sells like Lex Luger. And by that I mean if you hit him, he goes,
Oh,
oh,
oh, oh, oh.
yeah, every time. Someone pointed out to me once, and I've never been able to watch a Luger match since. Because if a fly lands on Lex Luger,
Oh!
Almost is the same way. If you touch Almost, it's the exact same thing. But no, it was better. It was better.
It definitely and almost won by pretty much slamming Lashley through the ring with the choke slam. Like, yeah. So next match we had was Edge versus AJ Styles. Another great match.
Better than Mania.
Also shorter.
Because that one at Mania was
It had a way better ending.
Right. It definitely had a better ending. The better ending happened where we saw a hooded figure, who we now know is Rhea Ripley,
in pants that said Nightmare on them.
Yeah.
Wonder who that is.
Yeah. And then, first of all, Rhea Ripley got some shoulders. Because with that hoodie on, it kind of looked like a little dude. I was like, what dude is this?
Right.
Then I saw the pants. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, who is that? Did they get somebody from NXT?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, that's Braun? They're gonna have Braun with Edge? Okay.
Right. And then the hooded figure pushes AJ off the top rope, which allows Edge to choke AJ the fuck out. Choke his ass out.
It's good. It's like 3 for 3. Fun. Honestly, it's fun. It's fun watching to that point.
All right. Now we get into, I think, was probably my favorite match of the night. I'm not going to even lie.
Isn't that so weird? It's mine too.
Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. I never thought I would have said a Ronda Rousey match was my favorite match.
I said it on the thread. I said, I've been hating. I said, I haven't liked the Ronda match since her debut with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania all them years ago. Every match after that, they were all cringy. And that match was good.
The Nikki Bella one.
Yeah, the Nikki Bella one was okay. But you know what I liked about this match? Because I think what I liked about this match was I don't think these ladies were holding back too much.
Ronda didn't have to think. She didn't have to think about anything. She was just like, Charlotte can take a beating.
I'm pretty sure at one point Charlotte really did kick Ronda dead in the fucking face.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fucking sure of it, yo. And of course we know Ronda won. And the way she won, with the armbar through the chair, then saying, I thought you would say that, bitch. And then
that was a good way to end it. I love that ending.
And it wrote Charlotte off because Charlotte is getting married this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her and Andrade are tying the knot.
Right. So they're giving her a little bit of time to go get married, have their little honeymoon. Charlotte definitely can work with anyone. She's one of the best in the business.
There's a reason that they've had Charlotte be the forefront of their division for so long. It's because we can say who our favorites are, but at the end of the day, Charlotte Flair is the best.
Right.
That's just how it is. Like, people hate her and they love to hate her. That's fine. You can hate her all you want to, but at the end of the day, she's as good as she says she is.
That's damn sure true. Our next match was Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss.
Yeah.
Madcap won.
That was the match that won me the title.
Yeah, fuck it. That was a match that I don't know if it really needed to be on Backlash. Like, this was a 6. This is a 6 match card. You could have had another women's title match here instead.
Yeah.
Like you could have done that instead. This is really. We didn't.
It was for
No,
me.
you could have had one of the goddamn mid-card
Mid-card.
championships be defended, but
Yeah.
our final match of the night.
That's weird.
Our final match of the night was Bloodline versus Scottish Grass, as we like to call them. Hell of a good match. Hell of a good match. And shock to us all, the Bloodline won.
I just knew the Bloodline was losing.
We all picked Drew and RK Bro. Every single it wasn't even a question. We were all just like, yeah, Scottish Grass, yeah, Scottish Grass. That really shocked us because this is a time you could have Roman lose and not take a pin.
Right.
And whenever they have those opportunities, they usually take them.
Speaking of Roman, since we mentioned him, we got one last piece of news. Fans are in uproar, panties twisted, bunches of oodles and noodles burning. They are tight because it has finally been revealed Roman is going to take some time off to rest, folks.
And that might include Hell in a Cell.
And guess what? That's
It is
okay
Hell in a
because
Cell.
it's not a major pay-per-view. I'm so sorry. It's not one of the top ones.
People
It
are
isn't.
mad.
But they're mad, and rightfully so. I think the world title's not on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That's 2 shows in a row where the world title isn't defended.
Are these 2 major? Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you the same thing me and Matt was talking about. People got spoiled. People got spoiled with the champion always defending it on every goddamn pay-per-view.
I mean, to be fair, that's a rule they wrote themselves. They wrote themselves into that corner.
The 30-day rule.
The 30-day rule. That's the WWE.
But we know
rule.
they do not put that into function.
They don't want us the world title, except when they have.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that used to
Because
kill me.
Lesnar didn't defend it for like 5 months.
Here's the thing. The 30-day rule never made sense when you had the fact that back in the day there were only 4 major pay-per-views before they considered.
You would have. I don't even know when the 30-day rule started because it wasn't back then.
Jack Tunney started that.
Jack Tunney.
Did Jack Tunney start it? Really?
That was some bullshit.
Jack Tunney was the one who started pulling that bullshit, yo.
I think they started that crap in the early 90s.
I think you could do that. And be like they defended it at a house show and then
it started right before they had that vacancy for the title where I think it was WrestleMania 6 where they had to have the tournament for the championship.
4.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 4. I think that's when it started, like right before then. Because actually, that is when it started. Because the champion had to defend it, and he got stripped by Jack Tunney, and then that's how the tournament started. Like, yeah. That shit was not in the play. I remember being a little kid looking at my TV like, who the fuck is this? In a suit.
I remember when I started watching wrestling, they were all like, "Oh, you got to defend it every 30 days," and then after a while, I just was like, "Wait, that person ain't did nothing in the past 30 days."
Yeah, it's something that they like really focus more on for like lower belts.
Like they do it unless it's like a really, really heel world champion when they're like, oh. Or if it's a really baby face, here comes the heel authority figure. Like, you need to defend it.
Well, but then and it's one that's always brought up because it was so weird when they stripped Naomi of it because she wasn't going to be able to defend the belt within 30 days.
And then let her win.
She was back before 30 days were up.
And won it.
She won it back. And it was like,
y'all stupid.
That made no sense. That is,
y'all
but
super stupid.
The war title, it doesn't. Back in the day, it wasn't defended every show. So, like, I get it. Again, if we have like a real brand split, I still think 2 titles are fine. Though I'm kind of on y'all's side more that maybe one's better. But we don't really have a brand split anymore.
We
Like, it's
really
not
don't.
really-
The brand split. We still have a brand split, but we really don't because people from SmackDown control. We have the Bloodline doing whatever the fuck they want.
It's
That's
like
really-
back right before. Do you remember before the last brand split ended? They were doing this.
Yeah,
Before the last one ended, they did this for 2 years, and then it was like, well, we're just not going to have a brand split anymore.
we're gonna have Super SmackDown.
The Raw Super Show,
Yeah,
and then
Yeah,
we had one set of tag belts. We had one women's title. We had one world title,
and it
So
worked.
both IC and US titles. for some
Yeah,
reason.
Because that's the way it should be.
It's
That's
so
the way.
I think we're heading back to that point. If I know that they said
they keep saying
They didn't
it's not
have-
happening.
they didn't have a real reason to unify the belts, I think they're just getting ready to in the brand split again.
Listen, at this point, you have to end the brand split when your world champion is such a money maker. You have to. Your world champion, Roman Reigns. Let's be realistic. People who I was talking to my brother earlier, right? And he hasn't watched wrestling since he was like 10, 11 years old. A couple of times he might have watched it while we were in the dorm and shit like that because I had it on, but he wasn't paying attention. Me and him were talking earlier today, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna, watch the podcast tonight." So I'm like, "Cool." And he said, "I haven't watched wrestling in forever. The only thing I know about wrestling right now is Ronda Rousey and Roman Reigns. Those are the only two wrestlers he can name right now. You know why? Because those are honestly the two biggest stars in wrestling.
Who'd you say Roman Reigns and who?
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. Yeah.
I know.
Those are the two.
A couple weeks ago, Charles Barkley was on NBA on TNT talking about something. Acknowledge me, like Roman Reigns. And I was like,
TNT, who's under the umbrella with AEW.
Listen,
And
he's
he's doing WWE instead. So that's yeah.
listen. Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns, due to social media and what the world is right now, as far as how the platforms that WWE is being broadcasted and being around, I think he might be as big, if not bigger, than John Cena at his prime.
I don't know about that.
There's not a single place that Roman Reigns can go that people will not be screaming his name and following him.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not talking about Cena once he hit the movies. I'm talking about prime Cena just doing wrestling, because that's the kind of.
Before. Are you talking about like before Peacemaker or before the Marine?
before the Marine.
The Marine. Listen, the Marine was a solid goddamn movie.
I'm not dishing the Marine. Look,
All right.
if I need me like a cheesy ass 80s ass Sylvester Stallone ripoff ass movie to just like watch.
Listen, and once the mix took over,
or 12 rounds.
Now you know what's my go-to movie.
Ass.
Now you know what's my go-to movie. I'm not gonna even lie, man. It's Desperado. That movie has no plot. It's just a bunch of shooting. It's Selma Hayek half naked. Antonio Banderas shooting guns out of a goddamn guitar suitcase. Makes absolutely no sense. There's a bazooka in another suitcase for some goddamn reason, but I fucking love that movie. I will never not watch it.
I don't think I've ever seen Desperado.
Are you have homework?
I'm doing my own thing right now. I'm doing my own
Nope. You have homework. But anyway, like I said, he doesn't even know wrestling, and I really think that Roman Reigns, He's that guy, and it doesn't hurt that he's a good-looking dude, and he's The Rock's cousin. Those two things alone have him at the forefront. Hell, they fixed his teeth.
The man,
Where's teeth even really that bad? Where's teeth
they were
bad?
they not really.
You know what it was? Know what it was?
They-
He had
they got
he had little
Hollywood.
gaps. Yeah, he had little gaps.
I think
He had little gaps.
I think he should have kept the gap. Honestly, I think it would have been fine.
He got Hollywood up. That's all. He knew.
But I agree with you because I've had friends that like what do you do for like work? And like I'll say it and like so you talk about like Roman Reigns,
Right.
like yeah. So I guess you're right.
I mean, you saw my tweet on Easter. Those people were like, "Who is this?" I was like, "Roman Reigns."
and someone tried to call you a not fan.
Right. I had it. Oh yeah.
Like
Then I
why
had
would
to
you
look
use
like
a
the bad
Roman
guy.
gift? Why would you use a
Like,
Roman gift if you weren't a fan?
Like
Raw.
you,
So Raw we did the Cody versus
theory.
Austin
Theory.
Theory.
Ripley explained why she turned bad, which the thing that I love Judgment Day I do. The thing that I hate about it is how first
Everybody
off,
don't
this
need
is
to talk.
well, first off, this is not whatever they wanted the Judgment Day to be. It's just Edge being old bad guy Edge. Like this is Edge when he was doing like 2007.
Wait.
Yeah, he's
can-
just
can-
not
can we-
doing
hold
red.
on.
He's just not doing the pin.
He's not doing like
Can I-
crazy Edge. He's doing like, oh, your town sucks. I'm gonna fuck your mom Edge.
Yeah,
Which
Listen, am I wrong in thinking that this is pretty much the Brood Part 2?
it is.
Okay.
All they're missing is the blood. But I mean, I'm happy with it because like it gives Damien something to do.
Hopefully.
Ripley,
it's
Ripley-
revived Edge to me.
it has
Yeah.
because it's made him. I'm with Matt on this now. I do love the entrance. Good song. Ripley, honestly, I think you could have kept her a face. But if they were going to do this thing, they should have just had Liv come along with her.
Yeah,
But you know what? Ripley's going to be good with this. I just, I've been wanting them to build to the match.
Liv ain't good.
for years.
Liv ain't good.
What? Liv ain't good?
Liv ain't good.
Oh god.
Did you hear that?
Jesus.
She's not. She's not, man. Her promos, crying, whining.
that
In the ring, mediocre at best. Liv looks amazing. No. If I'll put it to you this way, if Liv Morgan decided she wasn't going to wrestle anymore, none of us here would be sad.
I'd be sad. I'd be sad.
It's not. No, hold on, before you act. No, it's not the point that I don't like Liv. It's not the point that I don't like Liv. I just she doesn't. Mm, mm, mm.
All right, well, you like Nia Jax, so whatever. I don't really know what to tell you.
Now you can also beat my ass. So what's your point? Now you can also beat your ass. So
she might infect his ass.
Hold on, no. Hold on.
What my ass.
But hold on. Did I ever not say that Nia did not have in-ring issues? I always admitted that. I always did. I stuck up for her because, god damn it, the woman is hot. Let's keep it a buck. That woman is hot.
I mean, I've been a Nia fan. I'm joking. Anyone that's listened to this for a while knows that I like Nia.
But
Not
I'm not-
politics. Jesus fucking Christ. But
right, no. But Liv, I can't deal with her crying promos. I can't deal with the crying promo. in my time, shut up.
That
Like, I don't know if it's the fact that, I'm a father to a bunch of daughters, so I hear that whining all the time when they want something, so it gets kind of like, and that's what Liv sounds like. She sounds like a whining child to me. And I don't want to hear that in a promo. I don't want to hear it. It's kind of also shit. Since I'm saying it, might as well say it now. Yep, gonna get a lot of people hate me for this one. It's almost like with Sasha Banks too. Sasha be sounding like she about to cry on every promo. Also, it's. I don't need the whining. I don't need the whining. You can make a point without whining. You can be sad without whining. And I don't like whiners. I don't like whiners. So to answer your question, do I like Liv? Since she's a whiner, no. I don't. No.
Okay, well, Liv and Sasha. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I know. Here's the thing. I love Sasha in the ring. I think Sasha is very talented in the ring. I do think Sasha does have certain people that she has way better chemistry with, where she works a lot better with in the ring than she does with other people. I do think that. But when it comes down to her promos, she's a whiner. Pure whiner. I can't do it. Unless that's like if you unless you're trying to be like how remember how Kevin Owens was whining about and Sammy was whining about not getting an opportunity?
mm-hmm.
That's a different whining than the boo-hoo crying whining. I feel. That's you see, I can do that. I can do that. Like I don't know. I feel like it's different. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me. But you know what? No, because it's not just me. Because when Seth was doing the whining, I hated that shit too. I can't stand a whiner. When Seth was doing the whining when he was with I hated that shit too. I can't deal with a whiner. I can't. So to answer your question, no, I don't like Liv.
All right. Well, anyway, NXT happened, and let's say about
NXT
that
was
show,
ladies' night.
Yeah. So it was all right.
Uh, I'm not a fan of. I'm sorry. Roxanne is the former ROH Women's Champion, correct?
Yep.
That's her.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Nikita Lyons beating her. I'm not a fan of it. I'm sorry. I'm really not a fan of it.
Oh, she didn't lose to Nikita. That was I think that was Santino's daughter
Oh,
that lost to her.
lost to Oh, that's
That was
right. Santino's daughter.
yeah.
I forgot who Nikita. I forgot who Roxanne lost to.
They lost to Toxic Attraction.
Attraction.
Her and Wendy.
That's what I was. That's what I was getting at. I'm sorry. I'm getting my matchups mixed up. Sorry about that. Um, I'm not a fan of that because I do think that it's past Toxic Attraction's time.
Yeah, it's time for all them to pass the belt.
And like I said, Roxanne is a woman is the former women's champion for ROH. Like you see, your competition is promoting that fact of
Right.
owning that company. You have the last person to technically have the belt that before they had to split it up. You know what I mean? Like Perazo had to beat her to get the title. So like you should be that young lady should be able to highlight that. Like not
Yeah.
like she's bringing in fans from ROH like, oh, because in ROH she was Roxy. So they're like, oh, Roxy's over in NXT. Let's see what they do with her in NXT. NXT isn't like the main roster. Prove that it's not like the main roster.
She sure is losing.
Yeah. And you can't keep having Wendy Chu be a loser either. You can't keep having her be the lovable loser.
Like one of them is gonna have to beat Mandy, and they got Roxanne in this breakout tournament, and I'm just looking at her like I would hope she wins, but that like Kenny had said
You,
in the chat, it's either it's probably gonna be Nikita or Lash Legend.
I don't think it's gonna be Last Legend because
It shouldn't be Lash Legend.
Last
The
Legend hasn't
final,
really improved that much. Like,
the final should be. You know what it is? I'm thinking about what my final should be. The final should be Lions versus Roxy, and it should be Roxanne winning.
yeah, I just don't think it's Lions' time yet. I'm not Lions. I don't think it's Lash's time yet to get far in this kind of thing. I think she's getting there. I don't think she's improved, but she's still just a little off. And I think there are better options in that tournament.
Also on NXT,
It would be
we had
Roxanne and Lions. Yeah.
it has to be, and it has to be Roxanne. Roxanne has to win. She's a former ROH champion. Like, showcase that she can goddamn wrestle. That's what got her to this goddamn point. Okay, ROH is not a promotion where they worry about pretty looks. They're out there wrestling. Show that this young lady can wrestle. Show that this young lady can wrestle.
When she gets a chance to really show it, she did okay, you know. I guess Mandy, it's just, I mean, there's not really anybody else for her that's really on her level.
Right.
Because she was having like banger matches with like some of the best women's wrestlers in the world. And I don't know if there's anybody down there. I mean, Natty's there. She can be something with Natty. Anybody else really though? That I mean, EO's around. I don't even know if I don't even know where she is. Alba Fire, I guess.
Elbow fire, elbow skin.
We saw the repackaged debut of Kaylee Ray, now Alba Fire.
Elbow skin.
It's weird, but you know what? It's fine.
What we did see was, hold on, Margot. What I want to get to, because what we did see was Joe Gacy give a promo and the crowd start booing.
He's so over.
They hate him. Dude. And then, why didn't they not reveal those hooded figures that took out Braun after?
That's GYV. I'm telling you that's GYV.
It has to be.
I know
it has to be, because where else? Who else would it be?
Like, it would have to be like a new tag team, essentially, if it's not GYV.
Yeah.
I don't know who else it would be. I can't wait for that reveal. And yeah, they hate Gacy's guts again. I'm not putting.
I know you don't want to get vested. I know.
No, it hurts. It hurts so much.
Hey, I'm vested. I am vested.
I've already did my boy Bray, man. I can't do it.
I'm saying if they actually follow through with my theory, this is gonna be good. If he already remade 205.
But it makes sense. You explaining that, it made so much sense, and that's why I know they're not going to do it. But like, it makes so much sense that he remade 205 and to level up. Oh, it's more open and welcoming, like Joe Gacy's making it look like it makes so much sense. And then it's just not gonna. They're not gonna do that.
The one thing I do want to bring up too, since we're still on NXT had a new member of Diamond Mine.
Yeah.
Damon Kemp.
Damon Kemp. He's a
Gable Stevenson's brother.
Yeah.
He got introduced as the new member of Diamond Mine.
He is the older brother of Gable Stevenson. So I don't know.
First off, Ivy is Diesel. Diesel. Okay? Diesel.
What does that mean?
That girl strong.
Super duper strong.
She's
Okay?
strong.
Ivy's-
Super strong. Her muscle had a muscle.
I'm interested to see what this guy can do. I guess I feel bad for Roddy, man. This group has been swapped around like 4 times already.
Yeah.
It's so tough.
He's just in the deep end, just trying to stay afloat.
He is, and I honestly I hope he gets released. I hope he gets it.
Anything else happening with NXT that you want to talk about?
Not really.
No.
To AEW. AEW. I want to say I watched Dark this week because I'm trying to watch Dark now, and they had Jake something from Impact, who left Impact recently, fight Jay Lethal. Why is Jay Lethal still doing dark matches? He's got like a
Story going.
Page. It's weird, man. Like the people try to explain it to me, and I can't.
Listen,
I can't figure it out.
Is the biggest thing that happened on AEW. I can put this in a real nut. In real AEW. Mongo, can I get old man Shout Say Cloud on the bottom real quick?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me go ahead and fix it.
Old man Shout Say Cloud. Let me get that real quick. AEW. I truly believe you. I'm sorry, Greg. I know I told your mother I wouldn't curse this harsh, but I'm going to.
Well, we made it 2
AEW.
hours into the show, so I think at this point,
Right. Okay. AEW, you completely fucked up.
Oh.
You completely fucked up. To be honest, the best way to have an Owen Hart tribute tournament, your finals of this Owen Hart tribute tournament should have been Dax versus Wheeler. The qualifier match that you had them go and do to get into the tournament should have been your final. That would have been the absolute best way to end this tournament and an Owen Hart family tribute tournament. Because as you see, what did they do during that qualifying match? They did every spot from Bret and Owen Hart's match. That should have been your finals. I'm not gonna lie. The first match of the night was the first quarterfinal match. It was Adam Cole versus Dax Harwood, and Adam Cole won. Anybody that was on that thread with me last night saw how upset the fuck I was after that.
Yeah, even I was shocked that Dax lost. I'm like, he could have went on a run.
Adam Cole does not need this. You know what? The sad part is Adam Cole does need this because he hasn't won anything since he's been in AEW. So unfortunately, he does need this to win. And Dax Harwood should not have been the person to take that fall. That should not have happened. It really shouldn't have. I am so frustrated with the fact that finals for that tournament is not FTR against each other. That should have been your final. Another thing that happened within this tournament that pissed me off was Jeff Hardy versus Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Why are these two men killing themselves? That's their style, to see who can die the most. And then you had the old man win.
Yeah, that was utterly. That whole match was just one big clusterfuck. I didn't like that match.
They both took some bumps that, like, why would you risk your body?
Darby Allin
in a quarterfinal match.
Darby Allin jumped off a 900-foot ladder onto 755 steel chairs. Darby Allin started off the match launching himself at 100 miles an hour through the ropes at Jeff Hardy's chest. Jeff Hardy legit was not expecting that shit because you heard him go, ooh.
Mm-hmm. Jeff dove off a ladder onto the steel steps back first.
You know that shit hurt because even what you call it, even Tony Schiavone mentioned it. He said, "Oh, that stood him straight up."
Mm-hmm.
You know when you get pain when it stand your ass straight the fuck up.
Yeah,
He didn't even fall to the ground. He landed on his feet and was like, "Ow, ow."
You know, and I said this on Twitter up to that point. I was like, "This is because I liked the Dynamite qualifiers. I didn't like the winners, but I still liked the matches."
Right.
Up to like that point, I was like, "Well, a lot of good matches, a lot of good stuff." Like the MJF's Dark Side of the Ring parody that he did.
Oh, hilarious!
Like the first hour and 40 minutes of this show I was like, this may be one of my favorite Dynamites he've ever done. This is fantastic.
Right.
And then that Jeff Hardy Darby Allin match happened. I'm like, why?
Which was the main event
right now? Yeah, it was the main event. And I know they're like, oh, it's their art. It's what they do. You can't just be doing this. This is like a feud match. This is something people get mad at AEW for all the time. So I get mad at AEW for it too. We get mad at WWE because they have they have shows called Hell in a Cell and TLC. So even when a feud isn't really built up, you're gonna have those matches anyway.
Right.
Kind of ruins the match. What is the reason that them to both do this? Oh, they're both Daredevils. Cool. We'll build to the Daredevil match then.
Don't give us the Daredevilness now.
Because we're going to have this feud. We're going to have a feud between these two, which means they're going to want to top that.
Which means somebody going to die.
I don't want to see him top that. That was something like the most dangerous spots I've seen in a long time. You can't top that. There's no reason to even try. So
somebody going to die.
We're already getting diminishing returns on it, and I really want Jeff Hardy to see his grandkids and not be in a wheelchair. That'd be nice. You know what I mean?
That ain't happening.
I just why is it so wrong to just be like, hey, don't fucking take all these crazy ass bumps and spots all the time? Why is it wrong to say that?
Because they want to prove that WWE was wrong.
No, because they know Tony Khan is a fanboy at the end of the day, and he ain't gonna say no.
Oh, it could be because the inmates run the asylum.
Yep.
I do wonder what he said no to, because Chris Jericho said that he says no to things. I'm curious what he says no to.
Probably urine. WWE does have that. Remember the whole piss test thing?
Yeah, but they don't care about weed anymore.
Yeah. So, the other qualifying match we had was for the women. We had Toni Storm versus who was that again?
Jamie
Hayter. I know who it was. That was a thunderous match, needless to say. Honestly, the match did get a little boring at some points because I did feel it did last a little bit longer than what it should.
Yeah, it did.
But it was a solid match between both of them. It was a solid match between both ladies.
Everyone knows why everyone was looking forward to this.
Right.
But they had a pretty good match. Hayter's looking better and better all the time. Storm, I'm really happy to see her not, because I think people thought she was going to retire after she's left WWE like that. So suddenly, I'm glad we got her back. I'm glad she's on TV. We'll see where this goes. The thing that I'm wondering is who the hell is Britt Baker going to fight? Because it's a Joker. We got another Joker.
Yeah.
Lana.
They do these Jokers we're going to bring somebody in all the time. And sometimes there's just nobody to bring in.
His mic. This man said Lana. Cut his mic.
No, I want to be Lana.
Oh my God!
I want
You
them
know
to be
what?
like, "Who's the Joker?" And the Joker comes out and it's Miro, and Miro is like, "My wife." And then Lana comes out. The wife God bless me with. Because what did he say once? He said, I thank God every day for my strength and my wife's flexibility. He
Yeah.
said that on AEW.
Listen, I know I didn't hear that. If I hear that come out your mouths again, I'm leaving this damn thing myself for the
I
night.
mean, it's either
Who's-
gonna be
for
her or
real, who's it
someone
gonna
like
be? Ember?
it's gotta be someone that she has to beat.
It's Ember.
Bringing
I
Athena.
don't want
That's the
her.
thing is like Britt's not gonna lose, so it's gotta be someone that's not
It's Ember.
too big a name.
Yeah, it's Ember.
Ember, I guess it could be Ember.
You know what? We all know why it's Ember, and we all know why TK don't care if she lose. Yeah, that's right. Fix your collar. Fix your collar. Yep. Mm-hmm.
At least he didn't go Kanye West with Mike
Oh,
Myers.
you say I didn't. You say something? I didn't hear.
Hey, and we all know she's gonna be on another program for another reason later on.
But yeah, so Jeff advanced in the tournament. Darby hit him with the coffin drop, and instead of
And-
selling it, Jeff rolled him up.
Mm?
Yeah,
Like, couldn't you just like move out of the way and then pin him?
yeah,
Like,
and then
why do
got
you
up,
no sell the coffin drop?
and then got up right after.
Like,
He
I just-
didn't
I
get
just
hit with it.
wanted. That's why a little story of my wrestling, man. That's all I want. It's a little story. Give me a little story.
No, not in AEW. Good luck, buddy. The only story, well, within that, also we had another good match. Ricky Starks versus
Oh, Jungle
Jungle
Boy.
Boy Jack Perry, as JR likes to call him. And
I prefer
good-
that. Honestly, I like that better than just Jungle Boy.
yeah, Jungle Boy Jack Perry does sound. It does have a little ring.
I mean, when they're ready to push him for the world title, that's gonna end up being his name. He's gonna be Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Oh yeah.
Within that match, Jungle Boy won. It's for the FTW Championship. Jungle Boy winds up losing because the referee and Jungle Boy both become distracted with Swerve.
Swerve.
So now it introduces the tag team title into this picture as Hobbs and Starks want to challenge Jungle Express for the belt. And
Triple threat tag title match, baby.
Lee and Swerve want to.
Did you hear how quiet that crowd was when Lee's music hit?
Yeah.
That sucks,
It-
man. That sucks. I hope that's just like because of Long Island or something. 'Cause
Yeah, but that makes it even worse. I'll talk to you about that after. But so that's one story that's being written right now. All right, so AEW is doing a pretty good job. We also had the best person that they're writing for right now, MJF, give a Dark Side of the Ring promo with Chris Jericho doing the narrating, going, "Wait, this is MJF's? I'm not doing anything for this ass. Wait, how much is he paying? So on this week of Dark Side of the Ring,
is so good. Oh my god! And Kenny and Matt know I've been going back through watching like the last season of Dark Side. So like
yeah.
oh yeah,
on TV, I saw like, all right, we're back from commercial. Here comes Wardlow. Oh, another commercial break. That's really quick. Oh, Dark Side of the Ring. What? Oh, like, I was like, oh, a real commercial. Oh, it didn't get canceled. Sweet. And it was
They're like, gotcha,
Fucking
bitch.
MJF.
you got me.
Surprise,
You
bitch.
got me. No, man, I love that so much. I love every second of this. This was fantastic.
And then Wardlow decided to kill everybody that was in the ring,
Oh my
but
gosh.
MJF.
Dude, he was throwing some big ass right hands.
Shout out to one of the guys doing security, our boy Encore. He wrestles for House of Glory. Been to a couple of shows with him. He was one of the guys doing security last
cool.
night for Warlord. That was pretty cool.
That's pretty
That
dope.
was pretty cool. He got knocked out. He was the black dude with the braids that got knocked out with the right cross
Oh damn!
right
Oh,
before.
he's the one that almost fell on the fucking table legs. I thought
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
scared for him, dude. I thought he was gonna have some bad injuries.
Yeah.
Glad he's okay.
Yeah.
Jesus, I was cringing every time someone got near those things.
Then
Then he beats up
Okay.
Sean Spears, and then he power bombs Sterling through the table.
go and yeah, that's how we end that.
But it was
Then
good,
we get-
really good.
Then we get the asshole of the night, CM Punk.
All right, look, CM Punk beating Silver with the buckshot lariat. That's good. That's good.
It's good for good.
He didn't hit that for shit. I don't know if Silver ducked it too early or what, but he did
Silver's
not
2
come
feet tall.
Close. Probably.
Silver's
Yeah.
2 feet tall.
Like Silver went to
Definitely
fall back, and Punk is I guess not used to clothesline. But aside from that, it was a good match, honestly. Aside from that,
I hate CM Punk because everything that he claims he hates, he is. He made a comment earlier this week about how Twitter needs to stop giving old heads their platforms and having them talk.
Matt's favorite person, Eric Bischoff.
Right.
It's me.
He made a comment about Eric Bischoff and talking
He
about
just mad.
old heads need to stay off of Twitter. What the hell do you think you are?
I was going to say he old.
Punk, I don't know if you noticed or not, bro, but you a part of this club that I'm in too, the Gray Club. Once you get this, bro, you an old head, bro. You an old head. All right? You were wrestling when some of these dudes was still in elementary.
Hold on. Did y'all see the LA Chargers video for their schedule?
Oh God!
Send it to us later. Send it to us later. Send it to us later. Let's get through this right now.
Oh, nerds.
It's the nerds. Okay, we'll watch it.
You'll see it.
So CM Punk, once he hits the buckshot lariat, Hangman comes down the ramp. CM Punk tells him, you're taking it serious. You're gonna shake my hand whether you want to, whether you're conscious or not. Hangman gives him the finger. Fuck you.
Punk says, I always wake up asking myself this one question: am I a good person? But today I woke up asking, am I the champ? And I said yes. Hangman flips him off, walks off. You didn't like any of this? You didn't like this at all?
I like this new attitude Hangman got because
I like Hangman.
Yeah,
I like Hangman's attitude.
I thought Punk. Honestly, I thought Punk did pretty good with that. This was one of the times where I'm like,
I don't like Punk, man. I don't like. I don't.
Because I used to love Punk back in the day.
And the sad part is he's actually working his ass off right now. I'm not going to take that away.
He really is.
He's working his ass off with this story. I'm not going to take that away from him, but I don't like him. I don't like him. If Hangman wins this and it's a good match, this will be the first time in Punk's, and if Punk wins this, I'm sorry, this will be the first time in Punk's career since I've been a wrestling fan that I will actually say this was a great feud.
If Punk wins?
Mm-hmm. And it has to be a great match the way he wins.
That will turn your opinion on Punk?
No.
I
will say that this was a great feud for him. It'll be the first memorable feud that I am so far as it's the first memorable feud for me.
Not MJF. Not Punk and MJF. Okay, all right. I think Hangman's title run, like, it started off good, then it kind of got a little weird. But over the past few months, it's really picked up a lot of steam.
Right.
I think they let him start drinking again.
And I think it's because of what Matt said. He got this new attitude. He's getting a little bit more angry, a little bit more cocky.
I'm not going.
I don't know if it's time to.
I'm not going to dare him with them flower shirts too much.
I'm not. I don't know if we're gonna have. I don't know if him losing now is a good time or not.
Right.
He can't lose it until Omega comes back. And speaking of that, don't plan on seeing those trios belts because Tony Khan said he would not feel right debuting those without Omega being here.
I mean, that makes sense because we're gonna definitely get Omega and the Bucks.
Right.
1000%. And it's weird because as far as the trios company goes, they have a ton of teams for trios. Jesus Christ, they have so many teams.
That's where they really should have built. Really should have been their bread and butter instead of doing tag teams. It should have been 6 trios.
Lucha Underground did that. Lucha Underground had just 6-man belts, and it worked out. It was interesting. Hopefully, but I think the timetable for Omega is like end of this year.
February. February.
Because
February 34th. 19 never happened.
The last thing I saw was that he was having a surgery again soon.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Jesus, he's still having surgery?
He's still getting put back together.
How hurt was it? But also that is it a testament to how crazy he was doing that last year?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus. He was world champion in 3 different companies. As much as I hated that Impact run, he was putting on some great ass matches.
That match with him and Bryan Danielson was crazy.
Fantastic.
Okay, crazy. But let's end this show.
Rich had a great one.
Let's end this show on one of the greatest things that I think I've seen in a long time in wrestling. One of the greatest handshakes.
Your new favorite tag team.
One of the greatest handshakes since Randy Macho Man Savage and Hulk Hogan, the Mega Powers. We had the handshake between Danhausen, Mr. Very, Very Evil himself, and Hook, my boy. And we now have Hookhausen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the fun has started.
This is going to be one of the most exciting tag teams
ever. First of all, Danhausen died.
That man is making his AEW debut. I'm like, all right, I'm finally gonna get to see what this dude does. And he was dead. I said, damn, he is very evil, but yet very dead.
I was in the comments like, oh, y'all finally ready to see Danhausen wrestle. And before I hit enter, he was pinned. It's like, okay. So I love this. I think it was actually pretty cool. They gave Tony Nese the jobber no entrance, and then they made Danhausen's entrance a big deal.
It got that ass
beat him in 5 seconds
with 8 knees to the face.
Threw him into the ropes, hit the running knees, pin, then hit 3 more running knees.
Killed Danhausen.
Oh my God! Had his paint on his knee, it was. I'm
over here like, damn, Mongo's boy. He got his ass towed up.
Man, me and Justin are having a bad night, but then Kenny's number 1 The great Hook. That music came out over the speakers. Oh, the people got up off their feet.
Did we?
Standing
I wasn't
ovation.
even there, and I was giving him a standing ovation. Okay.
Oh my God. He came out and people were freaking out, screaming for Hook and Hookhausen.
And
It was
happened.
awesome. It was awesome. After he dumps Tony Nese on his no, sorry, I was thinking something else. He doesn't dump Tony Nese. Tony Nese leaves the ring. But Hook stands up and meets Danhausen. Danhausen stands up. He's a little shaken. Danhausen extends the hand, and Hook's like, and he goes in, and Danhausen's face lit up. The crowd erupted. I mean, they went fucking insane for Hookhausen. Hookhausen's real. We did it.
And then to make it even better, after AEW went off, Hook choked out CM Punk.
Now that was funny. That shit was funny.
CM Punk came back down to talk shit about Long Island, New York City. There's one thing you don't do about New York City, folks, is that you don't talk about New York City unless you are from New York City. That's the one thing we don't play here in New York City. We don't play that shit. And CM Punk tried to pull it and tried to talk some shit about New York City, even if it's Long Island. Sometimes we have beef with Long Island, but it's still irrelevant. It's part of NYC. He tried to come out and talk some crap, and NYC's own Hook
Beat that
came
ass.
beat that ass, choked him, and made Punk tap. That was a wonderful and marvelous day. And I think that might be one of the greatest things ever you can do.
Yeah, not only did he put his ass to sleep, he got that tap. Man, I said before that AEW's missed on a lot of guys and women. Continue to. But one they are hitting every note right on from the moment he showed up to now is Hook.
Freaking Hook.
Good God. They know they are killing it with Hook.
And I love seeing Taz's face every time Hook comes out because I know he is so damn proud.
I saw something on Twitter one day I was like, man, how cool a moment is it that like Taz
Announces his
commentating
match.
on his son's matches?
Because I remember I love Taz's podcast when he used to have it.
Yeah, me too.
Every day.
Really
and he used to always talk about his son. He would never say his son's name. He would never mention. He would just be like, my son's wrestling. My son's out here. He was an amateur wrestler. And he would be so proud that his son was doing amateur wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to college for it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
He is always proud of his son. Always.
It's like he's still following in his footsteps.
I am Sync Line and Hook all in with Hook. That I think they have something. If they can if they continue going the route that they're going, they're gonna have a big star in their hand.
Yeah.
What they are gonna have to do is they're gonna have to start letting him talk soon. That's something that they are gonna have to do.
I hope he doesn't have a weird voice. Because like you remember like when
every time I hear a weird voice. Every time I hear a weird voice, every time I hear a weird voice, I think of fucking Undertaker in Suburban Commando. We're gonna get you, Gordon.
Well, like, you know, there have been a lot of like wrestlers that like didn't talk a lot at first, and like you kind of get your attention. The Brood, Raven, or something that like I think of, but like once Raven started speaking. Like it kind of ruined him a little bit.
I fucking hate Raven.
Once Gangrel was able to talk on the microphone, like that's what he sounds like.
Right, like you sound like ass.
I thought you were gonna sound like big and evil, and you kind of you sound like a normal dude.
Right, you just have fangs.
So I'm hoping the Hook has like this like deep or like gravelly voice. And then he doesn't sound like fucking SpongeBob. Like I really hope that he has a good voice.
Or he doesn't sound like fucking Marco Stunt.
Or that it doesn't sound like his. I hope it doesn't sound like his dad. I swear to God.
I hope he doesn't.
If Hook starts talking,
I hope Hook doesn't open his mouth and sound like Vanilla Ice. That's my biggest fear.
If Hook starts talking and he sounds just like his dad, it's a wrap.
What, dude? What if Hook opens his mouth and he has a fucking British accent?
Oh, that'd throw you the fuck off, wouldn't it?
All right.
Like, wait, Austin Theory is from Georgia, but Hook has a British accent.
What if that happened? I think y'all would have to come get me out of a padded room because you know how I feel about that shit already. Like that would completely throw me way the fuck off if that happened.
But yeah, no man, Hook's doing good. Hook's doing great.
Didn't we hear Hook? Reggie asked, didn't we hear Hook talk already?
I think there was a point.
Back in it.
I think they've had him talk on like their YouTube stuff.
They had Hook
In the beginning when they would
stare down Danhausen because Danhausen broke his chips. Danhausen like poured out his chips and stomped on him. So Hook got him up against the wall and he said, "You better watch yourself." So that, but he said it real low and quiet.
Right.
So you don't know really how he's going to sound on a microphone. Those are two different things. I don't know. I hope it doesn't sound weird. But yeah, like Hook's doing great. Jay Cargill's, of course, still amazing. I saw her group on Dark, Hogan and Red Velvet, and I hope she can rub off on him a little bit. That's like they've got the wrestling, she's got the star power. I hope she can get that star power on him a little bit.
Right.
Pure Hogan deserves to be a little bit higher up. Is there anything else that we need to talk about?
I think that's about it for the night. I think we covered more than what we planned on talking about.
Right.
I think so. We're going to go for 2.5 hours. Good guy. Well, all right, folks. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll be back next week. I don't know if there's not a pay-per-view coming up soon.
No, it's not.
Okay. All right. We can talk. We can if you have any questions you want to ask us, maybe we can talk about next week. You can shoot them my way, or you can go to our Facebook page.
Which is, you can also follow us at twitch.tv/underthering and follow us at facebook.com/underthering. You can always hit Greg up on Twitter at his Twitter link at Greg Bush SK. If you have any questions, you can also hit me up on my Twitter as well, RockRibs44. Don't forget our boy Matt, the right answer. And we also got Mike's, who had to leave us a little early, Mr. Freshbeard. And last but not least, we have our street team. One time, headed for the good time there, Matt.
Borea Maleante.
Thank you for joining us. As always, come with us. We're here every week around 8:30-ish or so. See you when I see you.
Oh, also, you can follow us on all places you get your podcasts, Apple, SoundCloud, Anchor, all that jazz. We're there. I'll be uploading the older episodes eventually once I can figure out how to do it correctly. And we'll have a
AKA he been fucking up, so that's why he ain't load them up yet.
I mean, maybe. Anyway. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you next week on Thursday. Until then, have a good one.
Down Niners.